We are live. It's good, Josh and man, DL Saint. Welcome. I really want no podcast, man. How y'all feeling? Happy Monday. Man. I hope you guys had a good weekend. Man. I'm still recovering from the weekend. We had a good weekend. We had a really good show. I'm gonna start there, man. Shout out to everyone who came to the show, everyone who was in the show. DC813, Jacoby, Rudy was in there. CP the comedian. Shout out to Will Ghostin. Hey, we had a sellout show, guys. You know, we were working real hard on that for a good month, promoting, making things happen, just to get that off the ground. We made it work. And special shout out to Belky and Sister J Washington and Miss AKA Lady, Life of Cash, Scam Likely. All of them were in the building, yo. We're in the building. Shout out to them for coming through. Shout out to them for coming through. It was good. It was good. A lot of hard work, and it paid off. And now it's time to do the next show. So, so I'm back. I can focus more on the pod, like I need to. And I ain't gonna lie to you. I was let me see. The show was Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and most of the day was just downtime for me, kind of just trying to relax. My body was aching. I was sore. There's a lot of stuff going on, moving stuff around, and a lot of mental stress. And when when you come off those emotional highs, your body just crashes. And if anyone, like done something like won a big game or accomplished a like really cool mission or whatever, even if you study for a big test, you pass it. You know what I'm talking about? You kind of crash a little bit. So you just got to get back on point. So my weekend was pretty good. I hope you guys had a good weekend out there. And we're going to talk a little bit about dating. A lot of talk out here about what's going on in the dating world. And are men done with dating? Are they done with dating in America? Are they done with dating in general? Yo, let's get into it. And we are live. What's good, y'all? Welcome to the I Really Want to Know podcast, y'all. Yes. And I apologize for being a little bit late, guys. I was running a little bit late. I just literally sat down, decided what we were going to talk about today, did a quick thumbnail, posted it, and started the show. So I do forgive me for that. I'm hoping that, our folks will jump on, people will see that we're on and kind of jump on as we get going. And then, of course, those of you watching Team Replay, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Don't be afraid to hit that like and subscribe button. Don't be afraid to leave comments because we like to see the back and forth. It's real good. And I will do my very best to get back. And I'm slow to respond to comments, but I get to them. I do get to the comments. If it's a comment that I don't quite understand what's being said, or if I believe you're trolling, I just leave it. I won't respond to it. But real comments, I hit them up. I hit them up right away. Brother Dinosaurs in the building. Was good, fam. It's so glad to hear your promotion with. Well, what comedy topics got the biggest laugh from your audience, man? I wish I could tell you. I'm not gonna lie. I was running around just putting out fires. I couldn't even really watch the show. You know what I mean? It was just busy doing other things, getting people seated, ensuring that people had enough support to do stuff. We had, we got room for improvement, especially on the service front. My partner and I are talking about that. Like, how can we fix that? But I couldn't even tell you. Our headliner did an hour, 55 minutes. Man, I couldn't even sit there and watch. I was just too busy taking care of other things. Running here, running there. There was a lot of moving parts that night. Everything from what was going on with the wait staff in the main room. And then we also had a smoking room, like a separate room, kind of like a green room with another bar in there. I had to take care of stuff in there. Valet, we had a valet outside, got to deal with that. and making sure security guys had what they needed and was moving around. We didn't have any security issues, thank goodness. Everyone was like really, really cool. All the people just came out to have a good time, but still, I was just running around managing. Didn't even get a chance to enjoy the show. Brother Pitney is in the building. What's good, fam? Yes, yes, yes. Please like the video. And if you see something here you like, don't be afraid to share that video, man. But I do appreciate the support, man. I was so happy that like again, Life of Cash was there. Miss AKA lady showed up with her people. Um, yeah, Belky was there with her folks, Sister J Washington. It was great. It was Sister JQ, as she likes to be called. It was cool though. It was fun, man. It was really fun. Um, I look forward to doing more shows in the future, and we're gonna start moving around from city to city. And hopefully we'll be able to bring a show to a town near you. Now it's gonna be a while before we get to UK, brother. The whole thing was recorded. Brother Dino, the whole thing was recorded. The thing about recordings, a lot of comics don't want to release that their club footage because they're gonna go to another club, do the same routine. If that thing gets out, if someone clips it or if it gets out on the YouTube or the internet, it puts pressure on them. Now they have to come up with something new because you come in there, you do your bit, and it's already online. They've seen it. They're gonna the first thing they're gonna do before they come see you is Google your name or whatever, see anything out there. So we're real cautious with what we post. There's some comics out there that they make material every single day, so they don't care what they post because Steve Burns is one of those comics. He's amazing. He has so much material. He doesn't care if you post this stuff because he's going to come every time you see him. He has something new. But most comics run the same material until they can't run it anymore, and it takes time to build a new set, especially if you're talking about an hour or something like that, man. But so we do have some. We got recordings. Maybe you're not. Maybe we will be making clips, but like just of them doing crowd work and stuff like that. It won't be of any of their material. But yeah, that's a good question, bro. It's a good question. Um, but I wanted to talk about this whole dating thing, bro. And I know it's algorithms, and when you're on YouTube or whatever platform you're on, the AI will feed you. Um, they will feed you more of the same. So if you're looking at cars, they're going to feed you all sorts of cars. You're looking at exotic cars, they're going to feed you all these sites for exotic cars. So my YouTube feed is a bunch of red pill stuff, and they keep feeding me stuff. So I keep seeing things in my stream, and it all revolves around dating. And most of it is all bad. I ain't gonna lie. It all revolves around dating. So we're gonna look at a couple articles here, and then we're gonna kind of get the conversation rolling as to why it seems to be this way. Now, I refuse to believe that the entire dating market is horrible and no one's having any success at all and everyone's just hating it. I refuse to believe that. Um, what's the percentage of successful relationships out there? I don't know, but you know there are different strategies being played out, and some people are falling for the okie doke, and some people are looking for long term, and some people are looking for short term. So we're gonna get into all that today. Um, oh, and Brother Dino was like, "Yeah, for the video, I'd be able to watch and advise them." Yeah, the people who were on this particular show, all professional comedians. They don't need my help. You know what I mean? Like, and our headliner had his manager there. When you start doing shows like this, bro, you're up there. Like the people you're dealing with, yeah, they know what they're doing, and the people who they get advice from are like people on their team or whatever. So, and comics always do this anyway. Like if I'm at a show, if I'm performing, let's say I'm on someone's show, I'm the number 3 performer or something like that. I'm gonna be watching, and the person who booked me is normally gonna be a comic. I'm definitely gonna be watching him. He's gonna be watching me, and comics give each other pointers back and forth. Like, hey man, this is because we know each other's material. So like, hey man, I got a tag for you. You might want to tag this onto your setup for this joke, or maybe tag this on your punchline. You get that. But when I'm like putting on my manager's hat and I'm actually running the room, I just don't have time to watch any comedy. And I'm not even in that creative space. You know what I mean? Like I'm more into that manager space. I'm more concerned with, hey, are the people getting service? Does the wait staff have the support they need? Do we need, more help behind the bar? Do we need more help at the door? I'm kind of doing that sort of stuff, man. But I appreciate you though. Brother Pitney, it's like in your opinion, should comics wait to post videos of their routine until they've squeezed the juice out of their old material? I would. I wouldn't post anything online that I'm still actively using. You know what I mean? If I'm out there performing, because again, people are going to look at it and they're going to see it and they're going to, you're going to come in and you're doing a routine and they just watch. It's happened to so many comics because remember, I mean, I've been in the game like over 20 years. This technology didn't exist when I started. So we didn't have to worry about someone filming us and posting it online. But now that's like a thing. And in fact, most comedy clubs, like when you go and see someone like a big show, they take your phone and they put it inside of a bag. They give it back to you. Like, so you can't even get to your phone because you can't open the bag. And then if you need to answer your phone or whatever, they can open the bag for you, but you have to go outside to do that. So yeah, bro. I tell comics all the time, like, you better, whatever material you're using, you better hope it's not out there online. And then this it's hard to avoid it because people really think like your audience, they think they're helping you by doing it. Man, look, I posted this and it went viral. Like, oh, bro, that sucks, man, because you just burned that routine. If that's 35 minutes that you posted, I got to come up with another 35 minutes. And then you can also, if you've been in the game long enough, you can just recycle jokes, like recycle a bit. Like, oh, I remember this bit from, Sam Tripoli used to do this bit called The Goalie. He used to do that, man, back in the early 2000s. He could probably do that right now today and it'd be hilarious, because no one will remember it, but you can find it online somewhere, I'm sure. So it's that right there. Life of Cash is in the building. There you go. What's up, player? Shout out to you, man. I'm so glad you were able to come out, man. It was so good to see you, bro. Appreciate you. Like, that was a great show last Friday, man. I'm glad you enjoyed it, man. Thank you so much. It was definitely a pleasure to see you, bro. Yeah. So yeah, I appreciate y'all. And of course, we're gonna be talking about the show all night. It's all good because we're gonna be talking about dating, and then of course, we're gonna talk about the show as well, or anything else y'all want to talk about. This is kind of like a free for all Monday, bro. I'm just, what I mean? I'm just happy the show went well, and we're, now we're actually in the development stages of the next one. We're trying to figure out who we're gonna bring and where we're gonna have the next show. We're working on that right now. Please do smash that like button and subscribe button if you don't mind. Appreciate you. So yeah, man, like so this article here, this is on the US Sun. Never settling. I've matched with 1,000 men but refuse to date any of them. Most of them are wimps and don't meet my simple 8 standards. And that's this woman here sitting on the sofa. She's a big girl. She's a big girl. We kind of looking at her right here, not even somebody that you would say, oh my gosh, she's amazing. Like, she has standards, man. So that's one of the things with today's dating market, bro. It's just keeping it 100. It's women out there who want it all, man. Brand new socks and drawers. They want it all, even though they don't have it all. Like, you look at this woman here in this picture, right? You look at her, and I mean, I'm sure she has a cute face, but she's a big girl. She's a big girl, and she's getting tons and tons of attention. So much so that she can say, yeah. Simple date. She's like, I have 8 simple dating strategies. I've matched with 1,000 men, but I refuse to date any of them. Wow. Like, that's just insane. But that's how it is right now. That's how it is. That's the game. Claire has matched with more than 1,000 men over the past 3 years, but has yet to find anyone who ticks all her boxes. And this is one of the reasons why dudes are like, I don't know, man. you go out here and try to holler at, you got this girl right here. You go out here and you can't even get on with her. Yeah, all right. I can see dudes like, you know what? I'm done. Like, I'm done. They say that 1 in 4 relationships begin online. And every evening I sit on my sofa and start my 2-hour online scroll. Like, come on, bro. Every night she's on there. She doesn't want to commit. She don't want a relationship, bro. Plenty of Fish, Tinder, Facebook dating. I scour them all. I've matched with more than 1,000 men over the past 3 years, but I've yet to find anyone who ticks all my boxes. That's because I have a long list of needs and I refuse to settle for anything less in my quest to find the one. Man, she's out of her mind, bro. I want someone who will sweep me off my feet, love me unconditionally, always be a gentleman, and pay for my drinks. Man, she's asking for a lot. Is that really so much to ask? Yes, shorty, because you a big girl. Yeah, that's a lot to ask right there. She's a big girl, right? I'm determined the next person I sleep with would be the final one. Ooh, and she got some bodies. She got some bodies. So, okay, she wants to keep, she's worried about, smashing too many dudes, I guess. I'm looking for a ring on my finger from a man with drive and ambition who wants to look after me in every way he can. Wow. Wow. I mean, okay. Okay. That's like expectations, bro. Expectations. Like as a guy in comedy who does what we do, like the show we had, like I always keep my expectations as low as possible, as realistic as possible. Managing expectations is a must. I got that from my man Dennis Jacobs. Shout out to Coach. That's one of the things. That's one of my buddies out in LA. We were doing movies and shorts and pitching ideas to the cool kids in Hollywood. And whenever I would work with Coach, he would always say, "Yeah, man, manage expectations, brother." He's like, "It's all about managing your expectations. Go in with realistic goals. If you meet those goals, man, that's great. Anything above that, just a home run, icing on the cake." I would say to a woman who is overweight, actually, this woman, I mean, clinically, that woman right there, clinically, that's obesity right there, y'all. I mean, I'm no medical professional, but that's not thick, bro. That's beyond thick. You know, I mean, it is what it is. And, she wants what she wants. There's nothing wrong with that. I hope you get it, shorty. But I mean, she looks like pretty face, like made up, got makeup and everything. It's probably got a pretty face, but boy, oh boy. She continues, the article says, physically, I like a dad bod. I'm fairly chunky myself, so it works better. Okay. So she acknowledges, like, okay, she knows she says she's fairly chunky, like she's a big girl. But they must be over 6 feet because I'm 5'8". I'm too tall and I don't like bald men. Male pattern baldness is a thing. I mean, okay, you can want what you want. So she knows she's big. She wants a guy that's over 6 feet. Because she's 5'8". All right. She says she's too tall and she doesn't like bald men. Okay. While it suits, let me see. While it suits a man with muscles, it looks boring on the rest. Um, I don't know what that part's all about. I like a manly man. And if a guy doesn't like rare steak and hot curlies, then he's probably too wimpy for me. Man, she wants a real dude. Like she's looking for a stud. Conversely, he can't be into nights out with the lads, or even worse, lads holiday. I must be the priority. So he can't go out, right? She has to be his main focus. He can't go out with drinks. He can't go out on trips with his homeboys. She has to be the priority. She has to be the center of his life. She goes on to say, I have always had very high standards. My first serious boyfriend was James. They changed the name. When I was 18, we met on a night out, and our first date, he picked me up in a taxi, wined and dined me. I felt like a princess. I adored him and thought I had already found a man for me. Only I had, I guess, she had some nagging doubts that he wasn't as romantic as he seemed. Right. So her first date, right? She goes out her first date. She's 18 years old. She's going out with a dude. I'm pretty sure she was 18, probably way slimmer, far more youthful looking, prettier, all that. She meets a guy, he takes her out, wines and dines her, says all the right stuff. And she's like, oh my God, he's almost perfect, but I don't know. I don't think he's a hopeless romantic like me. Right. So she comes out, she starts out the gate, sounds like with a pretty good dude. I'm pretty sure she probably smashed dude. You know what I mean? So 18 years old, he's probably around that age, 18, 19, 20, somewhere in there. She's dating a guy, and then right off the rips, like, he's probably not gonna be the type of romantic dude that I need. You know what I mean? And this is one of those things. This is what I mean about managing expectations, yo. You have to manage your expectation. You have to. You just have to, bro. Like, I mean, it's just crazy. We got Rod Eric in the building. What's good, fam? Shout out to you, bro. I know you're doing big things, man. Keep doing what you're doing, brother Pitney. Ladies having 1,000 matches with men you don't want is like it's not a flex. That's true. It's not a flex. You sound like a man with no sexual options bragging about the ability to keep his Johnson under control. And I've known people like that. I've known dudes like that. They're like, yeah, man, I'm a virgin. You know, it's cool. It's cool. Like, man, don't tell women that. Don't tell people that. He kept doing them. Like, don't do it. It's not a flex, bro. That's not a flex. That is not. That's not going to help you. But he thought, because it's like he was doing everything right. He had done everything right up until that point, and he was just like, no, this is what they say they want. Couldn't get there. He just couldn't get there. Dr. B's in the building. What's good, fam? I see you. Straight was down in Miami. He was like, yo, I saw Fresh at Kimono when I was in Brooklyn. That's what's up, man. I hope you hollered at him, bro. He good people, man. He good people. And man, Fresh to be out and about, bro. He be hitting the spots, man. He takes his networking to the next level, man. Like next level. I hope you had a good trip down there, bro. Like I said, you brought sand to the beach, so I know you were pretty good. And where'd you wind up staying, man? Did you stay in the same place? He's like, I did. He was with his girl and mom. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, he was out. Oh, he was out then. Like he had his girl with him, whatever. That's cool, man. Kimono is always packed, bro. Always packed, like for dinner and all that. And then if you go upstairs, like upstairs is even worse. It's kind of cool. It's like, yeah, you went to South Beach with your girl, bro. Doing spring break. Well, it should have been cool. I think the police were out there keeping everything calm, just charging outrageous prices to park and stuff. They're doing their best to get the spring breakers out of Miami, because Miami has broken up with the spring breakers. SLS Brickell can't go wrong there, brother. Yep, cannot go wrong there. Let's put you right there by Mary Brickell Village, right across street, basically from Moxie's and all that, man. Blue Martini. Yeah, you in the right spot, man. He's like, yeah, the beach was cool. Yeah, because they say the spring breakers all went up to Fort Lauderdale. They saw the police presence, and police were pulling people over, checkpoints. They really, they're really tired. They're fed up with the school kids, man. They just tired of the nonsense. So Miami has officially broken up with with spring break. They're pushing that crowd out, and from what I understand, a lot of them went to Fort Lauderdale, and then we'll see what it looks like over the next 3 years. Will the college kids stop going to Miami and start going to different beach towns? You know what I mean? Maybe to the Carolinas, maybe to the Panhandle of Florida, maybe to the Gulf Coast. But Miami's had enough. Yeah, and like Dr. B was like, yeah, they were worried about that, but things were pretty quiet last week. That's cool, man. That's cool. They put the word out. The kids knew. So it is what it is. I ain't gonna lie. I think that was a good idea on Miami's part. There's so much coming to Miami these days, with F1, and they got the boat show, which is huge. They got Art Basel, which is like one of the biggest art shows on the planet. They got a lot going on in Miami. They don't really need the spring break money, that spring break crowd anymore. They just don't. And they're tired of dealing with the cleanup, they probably spend more money on the cleanup than they do actually, make off the kids when they come there. So, Miami broke up with them. They broke up with spring break. So we're talking about the dating game, and we're going over this article, the U.S. Sun. This woman who's like, she's a big girl, what they call it, few extra pounds, or big woman, big beautiful woman. Is that what it is? BBW, big beautiful woman. And she said she's matched with over 1,000 guys over 3 years, and she just, she's got a high standard. She was talking about when she was 18 and the first guy she went out with sounded like he was a pretty good dude, but he wasn't romantic enough for her, right? So the article continues. He wasn't making the effort. It felt sometimes that he was going through the motions and trying to please me rather than really meaning it. Okay. He's like trying, but he's just going through the motions. I don't know. It feels like he's not really into it. What? He's taking time and resources and he's giving you attention and doing these things. And she's saying he was doing it and trying to please me rather than really meaning it. What does that mean? I don't like him because he's trying to please me. Wow. I split up with him a few times to testing. So I'm going to break up with you just to see what you do, to testing. I wanted to know if he was in love with me. As he said, I needed proof. I need to know that he was as in love with me as he said. I needed proof. This is her right here. So I'm going to break up with him a couple times. I'm going to run him through the gauntlet. I want to make sure he's not just going through the motions, but he really does mean this stuff. What kind of nonsense is this? This is insane. This is insane. And that's her, and I guess that's the dude. Another big girl. I wonder if that's the same girl. She just painted her hair blonde. Another big girl. Right. And he wooed me back with poetry and flowers, which I love. So after she broke up with him, fake breakup, he comes back, gives even more attention. Here's poetry and flowers. After 18 months, we got engaged. It was New Year's Eve, and I was performing. As I counted down to midnight, he got on the stage and proposed. I said yes, and felt overwhelmed by his romance. But I soon decided he needed another test, and I split him. I split with him again. Jesus. She's taking him through it. He's pursuing her. He's chasing her. He's doing everything he's supposed to do. Right? Quote unquote. He's doing everything he's supposed to do. She purposely breaks up with him because she doesn't believe that he really means it. He's not really in love with me. He's just faking it. Why would he fake all his time, all his effort? Break up. Wait for him to come back and, oh, here's poetry and here's, me sweeping you off your feet and whatever. They get back together. He proposes, she accepts, and then she splits. So she breaks off the engagement. She splits with him again because she believes she needs to test his romance, I guess. Because she decided he needed another test. Ooh. I never went through anything like this, y'all. Never. Now, again, when I was young, I was a beast. I was a beast. You weren't going to act like this around me. You get one time to do some stupid stuff like that, and I'm gone. I'm gone. Cody's King's in the building. What's good, fam? I mean, this is what we're talking about. Like, this is why dudes, like, you're looking at a woman, and especially when you're looking at that scale of 1 to 10. Surely she's a 5 or below. Actually, she's below. Right. In America, 70% of Americans are obese or overweight. So 70 to 75%, somewhere in there. So she fits into that category. So she's like the average American. She's a big girl, and this dude is chasing her like crazy. I wouldn't personally do that. But that's just me. But I'm not into, there's some guys out there that really like, they like the girls, with a few extra pounds or whatever. They really into that. Don 007's in the building. What's good, fam? It's like, yeah, one word therapy. That's what she needed to start. That's for real. That's what she needed to start. Really, like, what? Yeah, man. You're like, what is up with all these stupid breakups? She'll regret it when she's 30 plus. Shaking my head. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't know where this comes from, bro. I mean, think about it though. She's running this past somebody. She's talking to somebody about this. Hey, I got this guy, someone who's involved in her life, someone that knows about him and all that. She's running this by someone, and they're like, "Yeah, do it." You do it. You run. If I'm your friend, you run about me. I'm like, have you bumped your head? You better go cook him something. You better go treat this man right. You know what I mean? Like, or he's gonna leave you. But I guess this kind of he falls into that category of dudes that don't really know their wealth, right? They don't know their worth. They don't really know where they rate. They don't see all these other women because they got blinders on. Like, bro, but if a big girl who is like barely a sub five is doing all this, that just tells you the type of abundance that she has. Think of that abundance mindset that she has. How many dudes are chasing after her? Like, she ain't worried about it at all. Brother Cody is saying it's the magazines and the women's shows. It's been like this for decades. Huh? You got a point there. So yeah. Hey, magazines, the women's shows, and again, your friends are telling you to do it. I wish I did have a dude who had a good woman and he's talking about doing some stupid. I'm gonna break up with her just to see what she do. Like, man, are you high? And what are you thinking? And Cody says, yeah, and now Instagram and other social media. I guess you're right, man. Level Up Man is in the building. What's good, fam? It's like, nah, Unc, that's false on guys that like big girls. Okay, I feel you. Outside of a one-time fetish, give that dude $1 million of blue check and a Lambo, and he ain't looking a big girl's way. Yeah, I mean, I hear you. Yeah. There are dudes that you say outside the one-time fetish or whatever. Yeah, you get a guy enough money, you give a guy enough clout, give him enough trinkets, he's gonna go after the dimes. That's a fact. That is a fact. Last good man Jersey's in the building. What's good, fam? That's a fact. But there are outliers, and we can all agree on that. Like you have like you said, the fetish thing, and then there's some dudes who just fall for girls who get big or whatever. When we understand that. But you're right. You're right. Overall, man, you give a guy the bread, give him the clout, give him the resources. He's going after dimes all day long. He's going after dimes. Brother D Mac is in the building. What's good, fam? Good to see you, brother. Going after dimes. You know what I mean? Dr. B is like, look up Money Bag Yo's prom day, bro. He is never ever going back to that all. I don't even have to look it up. I can already peep it. I can already peep it, man. Yeah, and yeah, brother Co. Yeah, a starving dude will pretty much eat anything, man. If they'll smash whatever they can smash. I mean, that just shows you that whole top 20, bottom 80 thing, bro. Like, obviously, this guy, I would consider this dude a bottom 80 dude because of being put through all this stuff by a subpar woman, man, like a sub average woman. And still, like, he's in the fight, like, oh, I'm gonna do everything right. You writing her poetry, bro? It's crazy. Brother Smee was in the building. What's good, fam? Like, it's crazy. Miss AKA lady in the building. What's good, sis? Good to see you. Thank you so much for showing up for the show again. I do appreciate you. It was so good to see you. I'm glad you had a good time. We're working on the next show right now. It's going to be a better venue. I promise you, sis. I promise you. I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, Miss AKA lady came and supported in the flesh, y'all. We got a picture. I'm gonna have the picture up probably on the next show. I didn't download it yet. It's in my phone. It's on my Instagram. I didn't even post it on my Instagram yet, I don't think. But we took a group picture, man. I was so happy, man, to see that I really want to know fam show up to support old Uncle Saint, man. It was good. And like I said, we're gonna do some more shows. We're gonna hit some more cities. You know what I mean? I'm so glad you had a good time, love. It was so good to see you. So good to see you. And I look forward to the next one. We might have to do something closer to you so you ain't got to drive so far. We looking that way too. We looking on that side. I'm definitely looking at Miami and over there by you. But yeah, we're talking about the dating game right now, man. So this woman, back to this young woman right here, right? She broke up with the guy just to test to see if he was really a true romantic and loved her like that. Then got back with him and he proposed, and then she canceled the engagement, like, broke up with him again just to see what he do because she felt he needed to be tested. She felt he needed to be tested. And this guy is just like going crazy trying to be with her, and it doesn't make sense to do that for any woman. I ain't gonna lie. I don't care how fine she is or whatever. This woman ain't nowhere near the top of the sexual market value scale. But even if she was, man, don't take that kind of nonsense from nobody. Women shouldn't take it for dudes, and dudes shouldn't take it from women, right? Just breaking up because testing you. You better not ever test me and let me find out. It's a wrap. So she tested him because she decided he needed another test. That is crazy. So it continues. After the grand proposal, I felt he was taking me for granted and wasn't making as much effort. He warned me he wouldn't put up with it again, and he didn't. I was heartbroken. She didn't even listen to him. He's like, I ain't gonna take this shit no more. And then he broke. She kept on, so he left. It's like I was immature and it was a ridiculous way for me to behave, but I believe in having one true love. And if he'd been it, we would still be together now. So, okay, I believe in the one guy's going to take all my BS. No matter what I do, he's going to take it. And if he don't take it, if he stands on his square, then he's not the one for me. Okay, cool. All right, that's how you want to. That's how you want to do it. She says, after James, I dated a few men, including a professional footballer. It was fun while it lasted, which was only a couple of months. So this is again when she was younger. She was 18 years old. I'm guaranteeing you, she was, she didn't weigh as much. She was, she's 5'8". She was probably hitting the gym hard. You know what I mean? Like she's probably sexy. Dated a footballer and some other dudes, and they smashing. She's getting smashed and passed, right? Right? She said it right here. After James, that's the guy she put through it. The guy that wanted to marry her, the guy who wouldn't take all her BS. It was way too much. He should have been done left, but good for him for bouncing. But she said she dated a few men, so her body count starts to creep up, which is it's cool. Just keep it in the closet. She's up here telling herself, you know what I mean? So she said she dated a few men, 3, 4. She probably dated maybe 10 guys, smashed them all, right? So the footballer, he was good at the grand gestures in public, like ordering the most expensive champagne, but in private, it was TV and pizza, and that's the footballer. The final straw came when we went to Paris and he didn't hold my hand crossing the road. All right, because you just a side piece. He ain't trying to hold your hand like that in public. Y'all in Paris. That makes sense. It sounds trivial, but I want a gentleman who will open the doors and carry my bags without asking. They got people to do that. You go to the nice hotels. They got people to do all that for you. Next up was Dave. By then I was 24. So she was from 18 to 24. She was doing all this stuff with the professional football and everything. Then she met Dave when she was 24 years old. Again, the names have been changed to protect the innocent. And it sounds like this is over in the UK. We dated on and off for years, but he was flawed too. He was a mama's boy. He even went on holiday with her instead of me, and he run back to her whenever we had a row. So I guess whenever they had a fight, he'd go back to his mom. Okay. She calls him a mama's boy. Eventually, I told him if he did it again, we were through. He did, so I finished it. So, all right, now she goes from 18 to 24. She's running through these guys. Didn't like the mama's boy, didn't like the footballer, didn't like her first love when she was 18. She said, mama's boys are not acceptable. They're wimps. Of course, you ought to, you know what I mean? You ought to love your mom, but your relationship with your partner should become your priority. I don't know about that. After that, I dated casually. None of them lasted beyond 2 months. So she's keeping it 100. But this is the stuff I tell women. Ladies, don't tell on yourself now. So from 18 to 24, and then after 24, she's like, oh, I'm just dating casually. So she out here smashing. She's told us about at least 4 or 5 dudes. So easily she's probably gone through 10 or 15 guys. All right, cool. That's your business. But keep it in the closet, babe. Keep it in the closet. Don't put it out here where people can put it together now. Her body count's up there. You know what I mean? Again, it's cool. That's what you want to do. You're grown up, but don't tell yourself. So she's like, after that, after Dave, she dated casually. None of them lasted beyond 2 months. But it was during this time that I realized that, like, the one in the 4 Brits recently surveyed. Oh, the 1 in 4 Brits recently surveyed by single parent dating app. Even I don't want to date a man who had children. So as she's getting older, her list of standards is getting longer. So she was out there having fun, and she's like, well, she don't have any kids. And I ain't mad at this part. If you don't want to date a single parent, that's fine. I ain't mad at you. I was like that before I became a single parent. Like, I wasn't trying to be serious with a single parent. I had fun, but I wasn't trying to be serious with a single parent. I stayed away from the kids. I, told mom, like, oh, you want to come over here and bounce up and down on me? That's fine. But no, I'm not going anywhere with you and those kids. I didn't say it like that. Like, I'm not going to be around you and the children. That's, I don't believe in that. But if you want to hang out when you're free, come call me. We can hang out. Now that's pretty much how it was. There's so many dudes who will pursue a woman and they'll try to use the children as leverage, get the kids to like them. Like, look, kids like me, so you should like me. And that's just crazy. That's just crazy. Yeah, man. So back to I just want to catch up with the chats real quick. Yeah, Cash was there, man, holding it down, man. Like, Cashman said, "K A Lady and her people," and also Scam Likely was there, y'all. Scam Likely came out, bro. Scam Likely was in the building. I forgot to mention him earlier. Shout out to Scam Likely. Let me give him a Don DeMarco. Don DeMarco. You know what I mean? Yeah, we have fun. We did have a good time. Like, who joined the flock now, man? I don't know. Level Up, man. He better take me as I am, no matter what I do to him. If I cheat, he'll forgive me. If I have Tyrone's baby, he'll step up. If I get fatter, he'll love me anyway. But if he bores me, I'll test him. That is a great point, bro. That is a great point. And it's a lot because women have so many options because dudes are so simptastic, bro. Like, we just this era of the simpleton. And these guys, not knowing their worth, not knowing their value, going out here and just getting ran over. And this is why you need game. You got to see this coming. You got to see this coming. You know what I mean? Brother Life of Cash, like inside joke, a comedian at last Friday's show called me out, even though I was all the way in the back and said I looked like a pastor. Oh man, see, I missed that, y'all. That's funny. I missed that. I was as Cash, as Miss AKA Lady, bro. I was running around like a chicken with my head cut off the whole night. Like, I saw when they came in, like, what's up? Got everybody's seat. I was doing my thing, and I didn't see anybody like be able to really like even sit and talk until the end of the night. And we were all talking for a hot second in the parking lot. You know what I mean? And Cody's King was like, "Yep, already gone." He's like, "Color me shocked. As she gets older, she raises her standards." Translation: she's making the new man pay for the sins of her exes. Yeah. That's what that is. That's what it's about. Yeah, and like Miss AKA, she forgot about that part, that joke. Like, clarify yourself right now. Don't have me out here looking like I'm joining nobody's crew. Yeah, and so yeah, we remember, it's I love chats and I love it when we get back and forth in chats, but boy, oh boy, it's hard. Isn't it hard chatting as opposed to talking and talking when we normally talk, we can express ourselves, but just trying to type it in like, oh, that didn't come out right. Like, that don't sound right. It's like, oopsie, but it is what it is. Big up the Scam Likely for sure. You know what I mean? He might even pop in here today. Man, Mr. Like, yeah, I was working. I was running around. I was trying to do my thing, y'all. Trying to do my thing. Thank you, brother. I was the hardest working man in showbiz, man. I was out there trying to do it. Brother D-Mac, I'm sorry, but a lot of brothers are fighting over mud ducks. They are, man. Bro, I see that all the time, man. I see what this article right here. And again, this article, this woman is in the United Kingdom. She's not even over here in the United States, but this story is so familiar to us. Right? So yeah, man, after that, she dated casually for a couple months, just smashing dudes. You know what I mean? And that's when she realized she didn't want to date guys who had, who were single dads, but she probably smashed a couple. She's like, nor do I want to be among the 1 in 10 who said they would feel less of a priority if their partner had kids already. So, I mean, yeah, if you have kids, your kids are obviously going to be your priority. That's just how it works. If I deal with a woman who, and I've had situations where I've had women will just kind of leave their kids for a few hours just so they can have a little bit of fun and then go back to their kids. There are guys out there who are like, no, just bring your kids and just leave them here. I'm like, no. I have women back in the day. Can I bring my kids with me? Can I bring my daughter? Can I bring my son? Like, no, no. Get you a babysitter. You know what I mean? Just holler at me when you get some time. And they'll call back a few hours later, like, "Oh, I'm on my way." You know what I mean? I already knew what time it was. A lot of times they just leave the kids at home. They come over and the phone's ringing every 15 minutes. Even before cell phones, the house phone to be ringing. They gave the kids that number to the house, so the kids are calling every 15 minutes. I can't tell you how many times I had to ask women to leave. Like, man, just go ahead, man. Just go home. Go home, be with kids. When you can find a babysitter, or when they, when it's dad's week or whatever, you take them over grandma's house, whatever. When you have a day free, then holler at me. Until then, good luck. I send them on their way. Like, I ain't got time for this phone ringing off the hook. This is before cell phones. That's how, because y'all know Uncle Saint old. And after cell phones, like, phone will be just going crazy, just buzzing. Like, nah, man, nah. But I get it. I mean, it's tough. It's tough being a single parent. It's tough trying to date. This is why I don't do it. My priority is my daughter. Like, if I go out here, if I meet somebody who just wants to have some fun and do something, all right, cool, whatever. But trying to be in a relationship, no, not doing it. My priority is my child. So, but I get it. But this woman, no kids. She doesn't want to deal with anybody, any men who have kids. She doesn't want to compete with the children. Okay. And she, like I said, I bet she dated someone and she did. She's like, I tried it once when I was 31. So we go from 18 to 24. Now we're at 31. She's 31 years old. Tried it once when I was 31. And because he didn't have set times to see his kids, he would change our plans to fit in with them. All right. So, and she didn't like that. I acknowledge that I'd be the same. I'm divorced, you know what I mean, and a single mom, and my 3-year-old daughter will always come first. Okay, cool. Right. I wonder if this is this the same woman. Is she saying she's divorced and she's a single mom, or is she saying if she were divorced? Okay. Well, either way, we get where she's coming from. Um, but one of us like that in a relationship is enough. So it looks like, y'all, she's a single mom, she's divorced, but she doesn't want to do who has kids. Wow. Wow. She's like, I can be a single. It kind of goes back to what Level Up was saying. You know what I mean? It's okay for her to do these things, but it's not okay. Like, it's just right here. Level up, man. Like, and this is a woman from Great Britain, but it's the same thing over here. Right? He better take me as I am, even if I am single mom, and I got kids. And if I cheat, it's fine. He better forgive me. If I had Tyrone's baby, he better step up. Right? If I get fatter, he'll love me anyway. But if he bores me, I'll test him. Bro. She's saying, look, I'm a single mom and whatever, but you still better have time for me when I want you to be ready for me, and no excuses. That's crazy. So 31 years old, right? That's crazy. I've never, wow. That's just, wow. And she said, I also had one date with a widower who I met on Plenty of Fish. That ended the moment he showed me pictures of his late wife. Damn, shorty. But yeah, dude wrong for showing pictures of his late wife. I mean, her, I'm a widow, here's my wife. I wouldn't show pictures, but that one, I give her that one. Like, she even looks like me, proof that he was clearly still in love with her. I want she's like, she wants to be someone's one, and I don't feel I would be that. She won't feel like she would be that if they were widows. So, man, she don't even want to compete with a dead woman. Divorced men are also out, so she won't mess with divorced men. Many are wary of women and commitment, and if they truly love their exes, they tend to be bitter. If they didn't, they shouldn't have got married in the first place, which means they're the sort to settle. Damn, lady. Yeah, this woman ain't never gonna have a dude, because she ain't smashable anymore, because she done put on a lot of weight. But dudes are still willing to give her a run. Like, they'll go ahead and smash her. How they say over in UK, they'll give her a go. They're willing to give her a go. But they're not gonna, you know what I'm saying? They'll shag her or whatever, but that's it. They ain't trying to. So she doesn't want to mess with single dads. She doesn't want to mess with divorced dads. She doesn't want to mess with dads who are widowers. Like that dudes who stayed married until death did them part. She don't want to mess with them. Um, wow. So like I'm looking for marriage. Women who have sex with men without a commitment are making a rod for all our backs. So yeah, their slang in UK is crazy. I'm sure they say the same thing about our slang. One man who took me out for dinner called it a waste of time because I refused to go back to his place afterwards. Yeah, because you just something to smash. And he done that's this, and this is why I eat some no dinner. Take her out for a salad, take her out for yogurt, you know what I mean? Something like that, some healthy snacks, do some walking around, but keep that investment low. But I guess, dude, the text messaging and all that must have been as such that he thought he was gonna have a shot to smash and he got mad. She's like, I'm not coming back to your place. It's like, oh man, she done wasted the money. It's like, I felt so angry that he made me feel I owed him. It was nearly 10 years before I got a message on Facebook from Adam, name changed, my now ex-husband. So she did finally marry somebody. Like I was 37 by then, and I had dated him briefly on one of my breaks with Dave. So, you see how she's telling on herself, yo. Dave was the guy when she was like in her 20s. Or was Gabe the guy at 18? I think Gabe might have been the dude she was messing with at 18 or 21. Between 18 and 24. But she was also messing with this guy back then. So she's talking about how I gotta have the perfect guy, but she's out here smashing all these dudes and keeping backup guys. You know what I mean? Like, here's my backup man here, my backup man there. Wow. So we started chatting. He thought of me consistently since we had broken up. I was swept off my feet. Game. That's all that was, game. She's like, a man has to be well off, so she wants the money too. Man, this is crazy. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. Miss AK, like, hey, Miss AK, lady. I haven't heard the term mud duck since high school. Classic rip, yeah, bro. Say, can't be bringing your kids around these dudes like that. Not a good look. Can't be bringing around these women either. Nah, people like, oh, I would love to meet your daughter. Like, nah, we ain't having that. We ain't having that. It takes time. I mean, and again, 4 years my daughter will be out of high school, so I'm chilling until then. Ain't nobody meeting her. Ain't nobody meeting her at all. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, that ain't gonna happen. Brother Pitney, in my humble opinion, single moms are better off playing Brady Bunch with single dads. I mean, I agree with you in theory, bro, but I mean, if she's pretty enough, it's gonna be plenty of dudes that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, want to smash. I think the single moms they just have to have their game ready, and they have to, manage their expectations because they'll fall for a dude who doesn't have any kids. You know what I mean? Or they'll fall for a dude who has kids and just got really good game because, like we're about to get into, a man has to be well off. If a dude is well off and he's got his stuff together, bro, he's got a little bit of game, he's going to be able to smash. He can provide some experiences, he's going to be able to smash, especially with a single mom because she's dealing with so much that if he becomes her getaway, right, he becomes her oasis. Things are getting rough with the kiddos, right? She drops the kids off with dad, and then bam, you know what I mean? She can go off on a weekend or whatever with dude, live that life, and get that fantasy stuff going on, and then go back to the kids. Kind of like what Brother Cody was saying. She could live that life of the magazine and the girly shows and looking at everybody's Instagram. Now she's off in some city somewhere, and dude's having his ways. I mean, he's got the best of both worlds. It's like, cool, he's doing his thing. She has to go. She can't just stay. You know what I mean? Like, she has to go. Do this weekend real quick. You know what I mean? When Sunday rolls around, we're taking you home. You got to go get your kids. And then he's off to do whatever he's going to do with the next one. But ideally, yeah, they look better finding, a single mom with a couple kids can find a single dad with a couple kids. And, here's the story of the lovely lady. You know what I mean? They could do that. Don 007, like I repeat, therapy, facts, level up, man. You know what I mean? Women will forgive a liar. They will forgive a cheater. They will even forgive an abuser, but they will never forgive a man who bores her. That is, hey, bro, facts. Facts. Do not bore a woman. Do not bore a woman. That is the cardinal sin. Don't do it. Right? Level of man continues. Like I hear women say all the time, I love him, but he won't stop cheating on me. You have never heard a woman ever in the history of ever say, I love him, but he won't stop boring me. You guys get a point. Gotta get to him. He's got a point. 6 feet, 6 packs, 6 figures, 6 inches. Right? The sixes continue, 6 continents travel, 6 languages spoken, 6 professional certifications, 6 bedrooms, 6 rental properties, 6 degrees, black belt, but her belt size is the equator. Yo, facts. Fire. Level up man's on fire tonight, bro. He's on fire tonight. So, man, it's just crazy, man. And she gets into a man has to be well off. Again, this is the same woman. We followed her journey from 18 to 37. Still single. Now she's divorced. Seems like she has a kid, and she still has these incredible standards. She says he was wealthy. To be with me, a man has to be well off, as I like finer things in life. And we went on wonderful dates, right? Experiences, right? He'd take me to 5-star hotels in London and to the theater. I never go out with a man who expects me to pay. All right, cool. I ain't mad at that, but I'm not providing those type of experiences right off rip either. That's crazy. Adam hadn't been married or had kids before, but he wanted both. Boxes I needed tick for me to be considered in a relationship, right? So he had to want these things in order for her to consider a relationship with this guy, right? He proposed with an expensive ring in November 2019, and we started trying for a baby. Right. So you see, it's not like she was waiting for the ring to smash. She been smashing everybody. Like, it's cool. She like, I was a few weeks pregnant with my daughter when we married in Scotland. All right. So she found a guy to marry her. She got the baby right away. The dude had money or has money. But just a little time later, he broke the devastating news that he didn't think that he wanted to be a father after all. Wow. I haven't seen him since. So she's got the money to pay for her child. She's a single mom. Didn't sound like did they get married? Yeah, they got married in Scotland. Yep, they got married in Scotland. So, she's definitely gonna get at least child support. I would imagine. I don't know how they do it in UK, but I would she's gonna get at least child support. She managed to get a guy that's gonna provide for her and all that kind of stuff. So okay, all right. So he left. And she says, for a while, I lost hope not that I'd never find a man for me. But if anything, my divorce made me more determined not to compromise. So she got married. I would say the game's over. Like, once you get married, that's that. The game's over. I mean, I don't know how you, I don't know. I don't know. She got the dude. She had the high standards. She got the dude. He had money. She had his child. She was married. They got divorced. I'm sure she was compensated on the back end of that. And now she's back out again looking for Prince Charming. That's crazy. She's like, her mom, Jane, again, names have been changed, 65, tells me I'm too fussy, but she has what I want. Part of my desires to find my soulmate is witnessing my parents' wonderful marriage. So she's saying that I wanted what my parents had, but her mother wasn't nearly as picky. Her mother's telling you, like, you too fussy. Quit being so picky. Her mom, I'm pretty sure her mom and dad probably sit her down and like, no, it takes a lot of work. She don't want to hear that. She's looking for, you know what I'm saying, like that movie kind of romance thing, that novel kind of thing from the books and stuff, man. I don't think that's the Disney fairy tale, as they call it. Right? They met at a disco when my mom was 14 and my dad was 16. 50 years on, they're still bestowed. I mean, it's just hard to find those relationships. They're out there. They're out there. But I think they're few and far between now. They finish each other's sentences and still go away for romantic weekends. Yeah, those two, her parents love each other. My friends tell me I should settle, that I'm 41 and don't have the same pulling power I once did. Now, that's a fact. I disagree. Right? Of course she does. And while my search goes on, I'll carry on refusing to be that woman who puts up with second best. It's simply unthinkable. Right? And that's how that ends. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Man, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like Lil Shorty is all about it. You know what I mean? I gotta tip my hat. You know what I mean? To her being dedicated to this list. The guy she's looking for doesn't exist. I'm thinking she just doesn't want to be in a relationship. She has her child. She's getting money. I think she's just whatever. She even now in her 40s. Her story started when she was 18 and continued into her 40s. She painted the whole picture. She went through all them dudes and ain't none of them dudes good enough. She tried one guy that she was messing with while she was with a dude that she said that she loved. She had this other dude on the side who was kind of waiting in the wings, who managed to get his money up. She married him, had his kid, divorced him, and back out there looking for someone. And like they said, like, come on, you don't have the same pulling power. Your value isn't there. You're older. She can't. She's 41 years old. There's no way she can compete with her 21-year-old self. No way. No way. Level up, man. He didn't want to be a father after all. Translation, I nagged him and alienated him to the point where he decided he would rather run away and pay child support than raise a child with me. Facts. It's exactly what happened. It's exactly what happened, fam. I agree with you 100%. Miss AKA lady, a divorce in itself should alter your expectations to some degree. It would with normal thinking, folks. But if you one of those people that got this thing in your head, ain't nothing you can do about it. Only person who can fix that is that person. I'm pretty sure she said it. Her mom was telling her, like, come on, quit tripping. Her friends were like, hey, what are you doing? There's no way you're gonna get. You can't get it. You don't qualify for the kind of guy that you have on this piece of paper. You ain't settling. Like, here's again a woman who was sub-average. And she's like, I'm not gonna settle. Right? If you were 4 and you are dating a 4, you didn't settle for nothing. That's who you're supposed to be with, right? I know a lot of people don't like the numbers. I just don't know what other analogy to use. And level up, man. And not a single time did she take accountability. She only raised her standards even more. That's a good point, bro. That is a good point. Now, I want to bring up another video for us to watch real quick. And this kind of ties into that article that we was reading. And this is from Whole Math, right? Everybody over here know what this is. Miss AKA lady, you may not have seen this before, but you're going to check this out. This YouTube channel is definitely taking off. Everyone, references this thing. This woman with this extremely big forehead. I mean, bro, I'm wondering if I was watching this video, like, is that some sort of video alteration? Or I'm wondering, is that really her forehead? Because she looked like one of the creatures I saw on Star Trek back in the day. They didn't talk. They just had big foreheads and they would use their minds. This was like the original Star Trek with James T. Kirk. But anyway, let's check out this video and listen to what little shorty has to say about where are the guys with money. Again, this ties into the article we were just reading about that woman over in London or UK somewhere with these extremely high standards, even though she doesn't qualify for the guy that she wants. Let's check this out.
With the money that for the men with the money that you speak of.
You got rid of them, remember? You said it wasn't fair that men made more money, and so you insisted on an equal pay, and you asked for jobs and school and money to be distributed towards you. And so the men who had money now make not as much as you. Just like you wanted. That's what you wanted, right? You might notice I use the same drawings every time because it's the same thing every time, that men used to make more, and then you wanted equality, but men still have to pay, so now they have less money than you. And it's not because you're doing better, it's because you ask to be given for free. Here, let me show you.
We don't need empowering quotes. We need promotions.
There, you see that? It says the future is female promotions. Now, maybe you could check my math on this, but if the future is female promotions, then that would mean not male promotions. And promotions are where you get money. So then the future would be female money, not like this, more like this, or even farther. So then the men with money would become the men without money because you have it.
At not one point in my life have I ever met a man that made as much money as I did or more.
You sound upset. We are also upset.
As a matter of fact, in my 40s, they have turned into the most pathetic group at a level of high school, early 20 struggle love.
Yes, that's exactly what happened to me. In school, girls got bonuses and I did not. And when I looked for work, girls got bonuses and I did not. And then in the dating world, girls got bonuses and I did not. So I ended up with not very much. I'm about to be 40 and this was going to be me if it wasn't for YouTube. And it's not because I didn't do these things. It's because when I did them, they told me, sorry, get at the end of the line. And then I stayed at the end of the line forever. And so did all of us, which makes you confused for some reason because you got what you wanted.
And they think that established women with financial stability are going to date them.
See, there's where you're wrong. I'm going to let you guess what this represents. It's not our income. And that's what happens when you say that this isn't fair. And then you use this to make this happen. And then you say that you're too good for everyone. Too bad for you.
Where are the men with money?
You them.
Really? So yeah. Yeah, where are the men with money? I got nothing. I looked at that. I was like, you know what? What dude said? You feel me? Like that's what, yeah, is what dude said, man. It's like, what are we talking about here, bro? Where are the men with money? They're just hard to find. Women, you making your own money. I just don't understand how money, the whole hypergamy thing. Like it just blows my mind. It's like, all right, if you have the money, then why is money an issue? Right? This is one of the things I've had these conversations with women before, like real, like serious, no camera on, just we're gonna have this conversation. Like, well, look, baby, if you're making $200,000 a year, why is it you need a guy that makes $200,000 or more? You making the money, bro. You making enough money for both of y'all, right? Well, maybe, if I want to stop working, I can stop working. I don't have to worry about money. It's like, well, you just told me 5 minutes ago that you're never going to stop working because you've built this business, you've built that business, you sit on this board of directors over here, you're doing this, you're doing that. You look at someone like Ebony K. Williams. I really respect Ebony, Sister Ebony. I think she's cool, beautiful woman. She knows that she out earns the vast majority of Americans. Yet she still wants a dude that makes as much as she does or more. Well, those guys have a lot of choices. And they're going to choose what they want to choose. Just like these women with power or whatever can choose what they want to choose or what they can get. So I don't know. I think that, I don't know. It's just a mind-blowing thing right there. But Brother Dino was saying that they got forehead reduction surgeries going on now. Little shorty needs that. She got a She got an 8 head, bro. She got like a 15 head, bro. Let me pull that up one more time, bro. Y'all gotta see this head. This is coming from I know a big head when I see it because I got a big head. So it is, man. She got a big look at that. Look at that. Look at that right there, bro. She got, man, you should call her Brainiac. Like for real. She got a big old head. Man. Boy, oh boy. It's just one of those things. I don't the whole money thing when I talk to women and we, I've had even on this platform, I've talked to women like, well, if you're making all the money, why does he need to make so much money? If you're making $200,000 a year and he's making $85,000 a year, that money should be no problem. Why do you have to have a guy that makes what you make or more? And most women can't, they haven't given me an answer. They just kind of dance around it. Like, well, okay. I mean, it boils down to choice. Like, well, that's what I want. Okay, fine. Just say that. You know what I mean? That's what you want. But men don't have that problem. A wealthy dude, if a dude's making $300,000 a year, he can date the woman making coffee at Starbucks. He don't care. And bring her home and say, hey, why don't you just help us run this business? He doesn't care because she's beautiful. I was telling, I might've been, was it Mel? Maybe we're talking to Mel about this when she was on the platform. Like, yo, I was at Dunkin' Donuts and I looked into the drive-through window at Dunkin' Donuts and the woman that was taking the money was so fine. Like those shorty was fine. It's Dunkin' Donuts real close to where I live. She was fine. 12 years ago, I would have said something to her. I'd have got her up out of there. Like, come on, girl. I got her up out of there. Now, my mission is different. I'm not even thinking about that, but shorty was bad. All she was doing was taking money. She wasn't running orders. She wanted to just taking money to drive through the window. That was it. She wasn't even taking the order. Someone else was getting the orders. All she did was take the money, swipe the card. She was fine. She was fine. Level of man. Where are all the men with money? Land the planes on your forehead. Oh, that's wrong, but true though. She got a big old forehead, bro. Brother Cody, yeah. Start shopping around the hip replacement clinics. Yo, man, y'all wild, boy. Yeah, the only thing a woman wants, probably more than the only thing a woman wants, probably more than money, is your money. You know what I mean? That's a fact. That is a fact. I hear Megamind is recently single. Oh man, y'all wilding. But she could date dude though. She could, man. She got a big old head, bro. She had a baby with Megamind. They have to cut that baby out. Ain't no way that baby coming out natural. Ain't no way. You know what I mean? Brother Life of Cash. Like the problem is not wanting, it's not caring about those what the gentlemen want. Yeah. I mean, yeah. All right, here we go. Miss AKA. Here we go. You got to answer. She got to stand up for all the women because we don't have any other women in here standing up to say anything. It's like money is an issue because you want me to submit and provide. You ask too much. You have to bring something to the table other than good dick. Plus, men don't act right when his woman trumps his wallet too much. I've seen a lot of that though. That's a good point. I've seen that. That's a good perspective. I don't know from that perspective. I've never dated dudes. I never will. But I know I've seen couples. I've seen quite a few couples where the woman makes more. Now, it will be one of those things where she's making 85,000, he's making maybe 50 or 60,000, or maybe she's making right up to like 90 grand. But once you breach that 6-figure barrier, I mean, I think that's when it starts to run away. So I've seen women, who are like 6 figures plus, like well into the 6 figures. They'll date a few guys, but it never will work. And I will say this: a lot of those women, when they get angry, it comes down to get out of my house, take off them shoes that I bought you. You know what I mean? Stop eating my food. It'll turn to that. And once you get one time to do that, and any man who has any kind of self-esteem, any kind of pride whatsoever, he hears that the first time, he's out. You know what I mean? I've been out with couples where the woman was like always having to pay and will get upset and say some stuff to the guy. I've seen that. You know, like you get what I say you can have type stuff in front of other people. Like, and I'm like, damn, that's embarrassing. Right. But I mean, it is what it is. Guys need to get their game up, get their money up. Um, and if there's an issue, you just got to move on. You know, you just got to move on. And I, you know, yeah, Cash got a point there. It should be about cooperation, not competition. It should be, but I mean, it just, you know, it is what it is. You know, that's where the game comes in. If your mission as a guy is just to smash, I'm telling you, it is really easy in the political world, in the corporate world. If you're moving in those circles, women don't want to get down, bro. Especially these powerful women with money, they'll want to get down. They have no problem. You know, they got these nice hotel suites and they'll fly you around first or business class. They'll want to go to the nicest restaurants and they don't mind. So you can be a guy out there trying to romance the stone. You might pay for one dinner. You might pay for dinner at Nobu, but she'll pay for the next 3 or 4 dinners. You know what I mean? She'll get the tickets to the gala. She'll get the tickets to the opera. All you got to do is put on your tuxedo, right? If you know what you're doing. And then once she starts to get a little mouthy, once she starts to, you know, get out there and want to get too big for her britches, just walk away. Because you got enough money to get yourself home. Just walk away. Like, you got bread. Like, oh, I'm out of here. So, you know, that's the game. But if you're trying to actually let your feelings get involved and actually try to have a serious relationship with a woman with means like that, well, you know, it might not work, bro. It might not. It depends on a woman. There's some women out there who are cool with it, but it just might not work. And Brother Cody's like, I mean, technically she get a handyman and therapist and the D. So yeah, he's bringing more than just that, right? Good point, Brother Cody. If Cash like, if the woman makes more money, the couple makes more money, or do they? Ooh, well, you know, there's his money, right, which is our money, and then there's her money, which is her money. But again, I've been in situations where I've seen, you know, they'll do like a 50-50 thing with, you know, like, okay, we'll pay for, well, I've seen guys try to pay on the mortgage and the woman would say no if it's her house. So she'll say, no, don't worry about that. You could pay utilities, you could pay this, you could pay that. But she would try to keep the mortgage money separate. I've seen that. I've seen dudes try that too. But depending on what state you are in, you know, when you get into common law stuff, I don't know if that helps. You know, it's just one of those things. You know, so I saw a situation where they split everything except for the mortgage. She paid for the mortgage. And I've seen it with dudes too. Like the dudes will pay for the mortgage. Actually, with the guy paid for everything and she bought food. So he paid for the house. He paid for insurance on the house. He paid for utilities. He paid for all that stuff, like the lawn service, maid service. She paid for the food. And then that was it. So when they broke up, it was like, well, all you were paying for was the food, shorty. I was paying for everything else. And she couldn't say, well, I was paying for the rent or paying for the mortgage. Like, no, I paid for all that. And he kept his receipts almost as if he knew it was going to be a problem. You know what I mean? This is what it is. Miss AKA lady, you say men have terrible egos. When the money ain't right, they start to overcompensate in other areas, maybe start cheating, become aggressive, jealous. I won't do it. I have to be in the same ballpark. Yeah, I mean, you got dudes to do that. Like the start cheating part, like, you know, y'all know how I am about the whole cheating thing. I'm like, listen, if you're going to keep smashing, make sure you tell your woman you're going to be smashing. It's not even about, don't lie to her. Tell the truth. Like, this is what I'm going to do from time to time. It is what it is. So we know how to deal with that. But yeah, I've seen guys who, you know, when they know they can't pay, I've seen guys who will ask their woman to give them the cash or the credit card. So at the end of the night, he can put the card out and sign it and all that. I've seen that. I don't, I don't, if I'm out with my people, like I'm talking about like my people, and we're out to dinner somewhere. If it's my turn to pay, I put the credit card out there and I have them fill it all out right at and they sign and give it back to me, even though it's my card. You know what I mean? It's like, because I have my people with me, like she'll take care of that. I give her the card. She takes care of the tip and everything. She signs everything. I just put my card back in my pocket. You know what I mean? That's just how I do it. because I don't know why dudes feel like you got to see me paying for this. I've never been like that, but there are a lot of guys who are like that. You know what I mean? So you're right about that, sis. You're 100% correct about that. Yeah, you got that Romance and Stone reference. I be sneaking them in there every now and then. You know what I mean? See, like, and Brother Clay sounds like projecting. It could be. Level up, man. Women always expect their man to level up. Fact, if she makes more, she will expect him to go up as well. If he doesn't, resentment creeps in, and she eventually gets masculine and will eventually leave him. You know, Chris Williamson talks about this. They say that there's data out there to back that statement up, bro. I'm with you on that, bro. Let me drop the link. This is some good stuff in here, bro. You drop the link. Cause that's what's up, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's some fire. That's some fire. That's some fire. That's what Level Up Man just said. You know what I mean? Miss AK, it's like a solid woman won't put you in a position to consistently have to risk his life. So that's a rare situation men love to hang their hat on. You'd be surprised, sis. Yeah, and I agree with you. A solid woman will not put you in that situation, but how many women out there are solid? Right. And then we all have our moments. You know, sometimes people just get out of pocket, right? Sometimes they get out of pocket. It is what it is. And a woman to get big, and I'm not gonna sit back there and let somebody do something to my woman or a woman that I'm with. That's why I tell dudes all the time, Fresh and Fit says this, Manosphere says this. Be careful who you choose, be careful who you out there with. Right. This is why Myron Gaines says, and Andrew Tate says this too. Like, you know, having women with you could be a problem because if something goes wrong as a man, you got to step up. If they're with you, you just can't let them get rocked. You know what I mean? You can't let them get hurt. You gotta step it up. So a solid woman will not put you in those situations. I agree with you, Miss AKA lady, but a lot of women will. Now, how many, the question becomes how many women out there are solid? Right? That's what the question becomes. How many women out there are solid? I dropped the link if anybody wants to come up, but we do have one more video. I'm gonna check this one last video out before we get into anyone who might want to come up. Let me read this from Level Up Man, and we're gonna start the video. The more masculine a woman is, the more masculine she expects her man to be. It's never the same ballpark. She wants to play in a little league park while expecting him to play in Yankee Stadium. Hey, man. Okay. I'm feeling you on this. If she plays in Yankee Stadium, she expects him to play at the Intergalactic Space League, right? It is. That's true. I see that. I see that. And y'all ain't gonna be beating up on my sis, right? But don't be beating up on Miss AKA lady. But Level of Man and brother Cash always keeps respectful. So it is what it is. I just got to get more sisters to come on here. Scam Likely's in the building, bro. There he is. He was at the show too. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. Let's start this video.
So there's a lot of men that has been checking out of the dating process. They have said, I have enough of these modern women in America. We sick of it. There's no reason to invest in these women whatsoever. I want you to check out this video we're going to review because, boy, even with statistics, it's getting worse for these modern women.
I have been so hesitant to post about this for two reasons. Number one, I don't like negativity and I don't want to be like the bearer of bad news. Number two, I didn't want to believe it. But after doing so much research and getting a lot of messages, I'm going to just deliver the unvarnished truth to you guys. I'm just going to lay it out straight. We're in a dating crisis. Not basically, we are. That's what's happening. So let me look at my research here because I don't want to mess it up. So men looking for casual dates and our relationships is down 50%. 50.
Okay, so she's saying that.
She's doing the research. She's like, dudes gets 50% now. I don't know what she's reading, but it must have creeped into the pool of men that she's interested in. So it was like really troubling her. So, most women don't see the bottom 80. So now we're left with the top 20% of guys or so. And if she's saying that 50% of those guys are just not even in the game, not even looking, that is a problem. Brother Dino is saying that P. Diddy in big trouble. FBI just raided 2 of his homes while he has fled in a private jet. Well, I hope it's a Global Express or a Boeing 737, because he's gonna have to flee to another country. We'll be talking about P. Diddy tomorrow. Right now, yeah, we're gonna let y'all know. We're gonna be talking about P. Diddy tomorrow. But yeah, a lot of dudes. This is why I want to talk, like, kind of touch on this today. A lot of dudes have just they haven't gone completely their own way. They haven't gone MGTOW. They're just not engaging. I was out today. My daughter and I were out, went grocery shopping at Target. Shout out to Target. If you shop at Target, sign up for their bonus program. I got $25 off the grocery shopping I did today, y'all. Target. I had $25 off. Just every time you just put your phone number in and they'll track what you're buying or whatever. I got $25 off, y'all. Shout out to Target. That's an unpaid plug right there. But you know what I mean? I see you. And then my daughter wanted to go into the craft store. So I went to put all the groceries away in the car. And I'm going to the car. This young woman walked by. I mean, she was, give her 6. I'm pretty sure, she put on makeup and, changed her outfit or whatever. She's walking around in like some yoga pants type stuff, t-shirt or whatever. Went to her car, which happened to be a couple spaces away from mine. And, she was walking the walk. You know what I'm talking about? She was switching, boy. She was trying to get my attention for real. And I'm focused on just putting the bags in the car. Like, I'm not trying. I'm like this, bro. Like, I ain't trying to see nothing. I mean, I thought about putting on my glasses and acting like Stevie or something. Like, I can't see you. And, but she really took her time and was walking real slow and wanted me to see. I'm like, I'm just not. Now, again, 20 years ago, absolutely I'd have hollered at her, bro. Absolutely. Why not? She wasn't that fine, but as soon as I saw, because you could see it in her eyes, she wanted to be hollered at. I'd have been holla, 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 holla. I absolutely would have hollered at her. But today, forget about it. Plus, my daughter's about to come walking out the store any second. I ain't trying to my daughter see me trying to, talk to some woman, whatever. Nah, we ain't doing that. And then, my daughter walk up and the woman be like, "Oh, who's this? This is your girl." I'm like, But dudes are checking out. Cape Verde. Yeah, he better keep flying. He better keep flying. Real quick, Miss AKA. She says, "I stand on my business, LOL. I have a solid life offline. I'm never offended by comments because they don't translate into my real life." Oh, that's what's up. That's why, see, Miss AKA is a warrior. That's my people. That's my people right there, man. Shout out to her. You are real. You know what I mean? You are real. I agree with you, Life Cash. I agree with you, bro. So 50% of dudes are checking out of the dating game. Let's continue.
A lot of you men, you said you have checked out the process. You've checked out. Now, what she's not talking about is a lot of you men flew out of here too. So you're not even on the dating scene because you're overseas trying to find you a wife over there. So now it's down 50%. Some men to say, I'm not even trying to fool these women. You know why they don't have to date you? Because a lot of them is just too easy to get. They'll lay down with you the first day. And listen, as a man get his rocks off or whatever, then that's all he needs. Let me tell you something. The dating process will go down to 100% checked out if tricking was legal in the U.S. If they made tricking legal, because notice they're making everything else legal, but they ain't making that legal. If they made that legal, none of them men to date y'all. What for? Because they can.
I don't know about that part, right? Well, how do y'all feel about that? If prostitution were legal in America like it is just about everywhere else in the world, most developed nations, you know what I mean? If the laws were changed, if it were legal, do you think men would just use the pros? Just budget that in with everything else? In today's world where people don't want to fight the good fight, they don't want to do the work. They probably would, man. They probably would. You look at all the money that they doing for, they sending on OF, all the money they tricking anyway in the clubs. I be in the gentlemen's clubs, bro. At our show, we had a meet up in the boom boom room. We had like a special room that after the show that we had some girls there. And man, dudes were back there throwing money like crazy. And they left there and went to a gentleman's club. So if a guy could legally take X amount of dollars, not have to worry about being incarcerated, not have to worry about the social stigma of it. Just go to the blue light district or whatever. Is it red light district, blue light district, whatever it's called. Just go there, pick out the dime you want, like in Amsterdam or like down in Colombia or like out there in Thailand or the Philippines. If it were legal, yeah, you know what? Yeah, I think today's man would in America. I think the bottom 80 dudes, instead of getting better, instead of hitting the gym, instead of getting their money up and all that, I think they would go and just pay for it. I think they would. If there was no stigma to it, I think they would. I really do. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. So, not the same one. Oh, yeah, we got Jay Swans in the building. What's good, fam? I see you, player. I see you, man. I need to call you, man. I hit you up. I was trying to hit you earlier today, man, but I know you were working hard and only had a high second, man. So I'm gonna holler at you. I'm gonna holler at you when I'm done here. That is what it is. Everyone's blowing me up over this PD thing. Must Sean Combs, Brother Love, whatever he's calling himself, just hit the news. My cousin just sent it to me as well. So yeah. They hitting him with the human trafficking, bro. They coming after him, bro. So somebody must be talking. It's the feds. So yeah, what Sean Combs need to do, he need to be flying out there to wherever Russell Simmons is. I think the country Russell Simmons in has no extradition. That's where he needs to be going. Otherwise, it's a wrap. I don't know if he's gonna be able to pay us well. We're gonna be talking about that tomorrow for sure. Brother Dino was on first man on the scene. Brother Dino, shout out to him. Dinosaurs. Brother Pitney, if adult actresses were legalized, I think at least half of the men absolutely would. Movements like Me Too and false essay allegations are only going to fuel the demand for it. Yeah, man, I think you're right, bro. Brother Pitney, I think you're right, man. I have to agree with this brother right here, man. Philip Scott, I gotta agree with Philip Scott. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay Swan is just like been getting it in. House two vets today. That's what's up, man. Y'all know Jay Swans. He works with homeless vets, man. He gets them into homes. So shout out to him, man. That's a Don DeMarco if I ever heard it. He does really good work because he wants to, and that's where his passion is. I couldn't do it. We talk about it all the time. Like, ain't no way in hell. But he's out there doing a good job. Like, because there's so many people out there who aren't real veterans that take advantage of these programs. Like people who are in the military for like a day or a couple weeks or a month, and they get out on these crazy discharges. I couldn't deal with them, but Brother Jay Swans, man, he's like, he really wants to help vets. And for every veteran he helps, he has to go through a handful of these fake vets. But, God bless him, man, because I can't do it. I can't do it. Life of Cash, I agree with this right here. AI bots, VR, and robots are a major disruptions on the way. Man, when they come out with that synthetic sex bot, or whatever you want to call it, android, this AI driven that feels real, right, and can do all of the things that women do except for give birth, bro, it is over. It is over. The only way you're gonna have babies in on planet Earth is to test tubes. It's gonna be test tube babies. They have to take some sperm over here and take an egg and put it together. Women are not gonna be able to compete with that. If dudes can go and buy themselves a girlfriend 2000 model, and even if it costs $70,000, he will find a way to get the 70 grand to get that bot, and he will work himself to that. I mean, bro, that to me, I think that's going to be the downfall of our society all the way around, especially the first world countries. When the bottom 80 doesn't have to deal with women, when the bottom 80 stops looking at women because they can go over here and buy a sex bot that is like real to the touch and is powered by AI, bro, it is a wrap. When he can come home and this sex bot is going to make him a sandwich, and the sex bot doesn't care that he's working at Target, or he's working at the gas station, or he's a garbage man. The sex bot doesn't care that he's making $45,000 or $55,000 a year. The sex bot doesn't care that he wants to play video games all day, and he can say whatever, and that AI brain is going to say back what he needs to hear to get him to go. Man, the whole world's going to change, y'all. whole world is going to change overnight. You know what I mean, brother Diana? Russell Simmons is in Asia with his ex-wife, giving away half of the wealth for his criminal husband. It messed up. Yeah, it's messed up. It is messed up, man. Giving away half of his wealth for her criminal husband. It's crazy. Cody is king. And they're going to put that lab-grown fake meat in those dolls. Yes, they are, bro. Yes, they are, Cody, man. I'm telling you. And it's going to make the top-tier men even more valuable to women. I don't think that women will buy an artificial man. I don't, even an AI generator, AI mind powered by AI, whatever. I don't think that, I don't know if women would be okay with that, like the synthetic man, but men will absolutely be okay with a synthetic woman. Absolutely, bro. And I think that, I think it's coming. I mean, you look at what they're doing in Japan right now, man. It's like this really, really close. I think the first lifelike Android, I'm telling you, bro, the first one that hits the market, self-cleaning and everything else, like you just biting Android and it's not walking around like one of these, like it's moving around. There's a movie, I think BBC produced, it's called Skins. Bro, y'all need to watch that movie, man. In fact, old girl who was the star of Skins starred in The Eternals, which that was a horrible Marvel's film, The Eternals, by the way. You know what I mean? Horrible. And for you guys in the US, on Netflix right now, one of my favorite Denzel Washington movies is available on Netflix, Devil in a Blue Dress. If y'all haven't seen that, watch it. That's one of my favorite Denzel Washington movies. Definitely on my top 5 list of Denzel Washington movies. Go check that out. You know what I mean? Jay Swan's just like laughing, like, you talking little boys can't get women, so they just giving up. Bro, it don't matter. Little boys, whatever. You can say what you want to say. When they come out with a synthetic woman, it's over. It's over. Who is this gonna hurt? It's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna hurt dudes who know how to get women, right? It's gonna hurt women, and it's not gonna hurt the bottom 80 guys. If a guy could go out here, he can work at McDonald's dropping fries and cleaning the floors, but he can save up enough money to buy himself a synthetic girlfriend. You don't think he's gonna work all that overtime, get another job just so he can buy a synthetic girlfriend? Now it's a wrap. Now it's a wrap, bro. I'm telling you, man. And it's happening. I'm here to tell you it's happening. And when the company launches, man, I need to do some research. That's the company I want to invest in. When that company launches, that's going to be, man, forget about Tesla, forget about Amazon. That company is going to be the biggest, most profitable company. Is going to be a multi-trillion-dollar company, man, because every dude will buy it. Every dude will buy one. $80,000 to buy yourself the woman of your dreams, powered by AI. Stop it. Stop it. Every dude will buy it. You know what I mean? And look at Brother Penny's like an artificial man can't pay a woman's bills. That's funny, but true. Brother Cody, of course they would buy digital pets and babies. Yeah, man, that's what they gonna do. That's what they gonna do. You know what I mean? Brother, Life of Cash is saying a woman can't purchase a service to pay 50 to 100% of the bills. Y'all wilding. Jay Swan, so you saying little boys give up on getting, oh, we already read that one. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm saying that little boys giving up on getting women because it's too hard to talk to them. It's too hard to talk to women for dudes who know what they're doing, bro. I don't even mess with women. I just let them walk on by. I could care less. It just for the guys who know what they're doing out here in the trenches, the juice really isn't worth the squeeze these days. I mean, I'm not saying there ain't good women out there. I'm not saying that at all. There are a lot of good women out there, but the bad women have gotten to a point where it's just like, it's not even worth pursuing. It's just a pain in the ass. And then you have to deal with the way society is set right now, the way society is going after, you know what I mean, believe all women are like. Remember that girl in Alabama that said there's a baby on the side of the road at night and I'm pulling over to help this baby. And then she said she got kidnapped by white people. Man, don't you know that she got a sentencing where she just got 6 months suspended sentence, not a day in jail, and she has to pay restitution. I think it's like $170,000 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there are women out there like her, bro. She did all that over a dude who left her because she was like the woman in the article we was reading today. Just a pain in the ass. Come on, man. Nah, bro. Like, I'm here to tell you, man. I'm here to tell you, man. Like, it's not worth the squeeze, bro. You know what I mean? Mr. Kaylee says it's all fun and games till that sex bot gets pissed off. I wasn't worried about the sex bot being pissed off. I would be worried about AI, or government being able to use the AI to get the guy to do stuff. That's would be my concern, because these guys are going to absolutely fall in love with their sex bots to the point where, just like in real life, if a regular dude was married to a woman, he would love that woman undyingly, and all she has to do is whisper into his ear and get him to do some stuff, he would do it, right? So my only fear is the who controls the AI brain? Like who can can you get the AI sex bot to get the guys to do crazy stuff? And the answer to that is yeah. You know what I mean? You got these incel type things when the sex bot starts acting funny or whatever, and like, in order to fix me, I'm malfunctioning, you need to go out and do whatever, hurt these people or that people or whatever. I worry about that, but in the short term, stop it. It's not going to be like Terminator. These dudes those dudes, they will do whatever and pay whatever to keep their sex bots running. For real. Jay Swans, AI just gonna kill on Rumble. Like, nerds are gonna go crazy. Facts. Facts, bro. But that's just the thing. You'll be able to create and purchase the girl of your dreams, and it's AI powered. So the processing brain of this robot, this cyborg, all it will do is become the best partner for you. They will the AI will be learning you, man. When that happens, bro, I'm telling you, man, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It won't be enough organic. It won't be enough real men to go around. Women, I don't know what women are gonna do. I truly don't. Like, I don't. That's gonna change the world. Dudes are flying all over planet Earth trying to find a woman, and now all I got to do, if we get to the point where all I got to do is put an order in for whatever woman they want, and it's like real, like you can't even imagine, you won't be able to tell the difference between the touch and everything else, like hot breath in the morning and all that, and your cyborg is gonna be like cooking and cleaning for you. Man, stop it, bro. It's gonna be crazy. Life of Cash, there's already AI content creators. Yep. Therapy and communication services. Yep. I mean, AI is taking over OF. Guys don't even realize it's AI that they're interacting with. It's like my girlfriend. Like, bro, that's not even a real human. I mean, Brother Cody's like, it'll all be ruined once they give sex bots rights. they will eventually. They talk about that on Voyager when they were giving rights to the holodeck creations. They were like holodeck people revolted. That was on Voyager. It was a pretty good episode, to be honest with you, bro. But yeah, it's going to definitely open up some other things, but it's going to be crazy. And you want to talk about men rising up, you take away their sex bots and they'll go crazy. Like the world will burn. The world will absolutely burn. So, and you can charge whatever you want to charge. $70,000, dudes will come up with the money and buy it. They'll buy it and get exactly what they want. Brother Pitney, AI girlfriends are already hitting the market. Yep. Research fantasy girlfriend or dream girlfriend. Both are AI driven software designed to interact with men. We've covered that. I'm going to have to cover that again. I want to cover it again just to see where it is right now. But yeah, bro, we talked about that over here. You know what? We're going to talk about that this week as well. Jay Swans, he's like, I don't, brother. Cass going for AI women versus real women. I don't, folks. I guess he's trying to say I don't see folks rushing to get them, and like Impossible Burgers. Bro, I'm here to tell you, when you get a cyborg AI powered brain that you can buy and it can be shipped to your door and you take it out the pocket. I'm telling you, man, watch that movie Skins. It's on I think it's on Amazon Prime. I think you can find it on Amazon Prime. Just type in Skins. There was a whole series about it. And actually, it kind of goes to Miss AKA Lady's point. In this series, the Skins, right? The cyborgs actually revolted. But yeah, Yeah, his brother Cody's king. IRS turns off your sex spot. Boy, you man, they'll get that money. They'll pay that sex debt, that tax debt. He sure will. But if the government turns off your bots, say you can't have them, bro, they're gonna go out and go crazy. Miss AKA lady. From my honest experiences, men are very much open to relationships with the right women. Most guys react well to a good woman. The ones that don't are gay, hurt, or abusive. This is a good point, but I'm here to tell you the vast majority of dudes are not good with women in real life. If they can go out and buy a synthetic woman, they will do that. They would do it, and they do it in a heartbeat. The vast majority of dudes. Yeah, you're still gonna have guys who are gonna prefer a real woman, and that's who they're gonna have. Those guys are always gonna be doing what they do. You know, I'll refer to them as the top 20, but the bottom 80 guys, the bottom 80 guys. Think about the article we read that article about that big girl in the UK with her, you know, standards, smashing all these dudes and putting them through BS and all that. You know what I mean? Putting them through all the shit tests and whatnot. Who wants to deal with that? Who wants to deal with that? That guy can be like, you know what? I can order me up a dime. I can order me up you know what I mean, a cyborg to look exactly how I want her to look, and she's gonna act exactly the way I want her to act. I'm telling you, dudes are gonna do it. Dudes are gonna do it. I'm sorry. That's what I believe right there. I'm sorry. Dudes are gonna do it. Ex Machina, yeah, bro. And Brother Dino's like, yeah, you need to watch Ex Machina. I watched that. Again, sci-fi and all that kind of stuff, man. I'm telling you, I think that's what's going to happen. It doesn't even have to be like, you know, unregulated. It's a bunch of movies out about that, actually, about the revolt of the you know, androids going all the way back to Terminator and all that. But someone's going to make it. They're going to put it on the market, and they're going to buy it. People are already buying these, you know, $50,000, $40,000, $30,000 sex dolls. They're already buying them. And those things just kind of sit there in the corner. They don't even move. But imagine having one that can move around and talk like what was that Spielberg movie, AI? You know what I mean? They touched on it in that movie. Right? They had the sex bots that women wanted, you know, the Romeo sex bots for men, and then they had the female sex bots. I mean, it's what it is. I think it's coming. You know what I mean? Build a bitch coming soon, Cody, you a fool. Like it's coming. Like it's coming. And Ex Machina, yeah, it was, you know, it's a good movie. You know what I mean? Life of Cash and Miss AK. Hey, lady, you are an amazing and intelligent woman. Sign language isn't your style. You know what I mean? And yeah, Miss AK, lady, you're right. There's some good women out there, but like I said, you got to go through and anyone can have a bad day. You talking to a woman and everything is going great, and all of a sudden she has a bad day and says something wild. I've dealt with that before. I'm kind of chilling, and she just goes off. She has a bad day, goes off, man. That's it. Even she comes back and like, I'm sorry, whatever. Like I just had a really bad day or whatever, anything. It could have been anything. She comes back like, I'm sorry. I mean, I've had women throw shit at me. You know what I mean? And just like, oh, I'm sorry, this happened to die. I'm like, man, whatever. Can I see you again? No, you cannot. I'm not coming to see you. You got one time to do something like that to me. Dudes who understand, they're not going to accept that. But then you got other guys who will take it no matter what, and you know, and they'll take this bad stuff and whatever. It is what it is. It's good people do bad things from time to time, and it doesn't mean that whoever you're dealing with has to forgive you. That's the point I'm trying to make. Right? And I'm just telling you now, in this environment, I'm just chilling. Like I'm cool. I'm good. I'm good. Now, when I leave, I go to different hemispheres. Changes. Or even here in America, if I'm in flyover country somewhere, it changes. I can have a conversation with someone that's kind of cool, but when I'm in cities, metropolitan areas, nah, man, I ain't trying to mess with nobody. Really, I'm not trying to do it unless they just want to have some fun or whatever. Maybe depends on who she is and how she says it. But even then, I don't know. You know, people nowadays, they just make this withholding consent, you know what I mean, or retroactively taking back consent. That's some scary legal territory that I don't want to have to deal with. I don't want to have to maneuver those legal waters, right? Something else might happen. You might have to about to smash somebody, pull out your phone. There's a picture of my daughter, in case anybody's wondering. You have to pull out your phone and consent, like on the thing, like I consent to do this, and they have the I consent to do this and sign here, hit this, yes or no, yes. And I said it takes away that, oh, he tried to do something to me, like the two Kentucky ladies who went down to the Caribbean and then said that they got essayed by some dudes or whatever, and then the video footage comes out like, don't look like what you said is happening. Y'all look like you consent to that, shorty. They got video footage of them getting it on the beach. It's just stuff you got to deal with. Brother Jay Swan's brother almond milk will work in a pinch, but I need the real thing on my Fruit Loops. Right. And you got to have the real thing. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. It's guys are always going to be able to get on. The guys who know what they're doing are always going to be able to get on. When the synthetics hit the market, they still going to be able to get on. I'm not going to have a synthetic dog. I wouldn't need one. I'm going to, at that time, laws are going to change and everything is going to, the dudes who like real women are going to be the protected assets, I believe. So you're not going to be able to say he did it or he did it. You don't need some sort of proof, I would hope. So, but even that aside, if the bottom 80 stops engaging completely in the dating market, like we don't want nothing to do with women because we got these synthetics, that means the vast majority of women are going to be looking to, again, a small minority of men who are even interested in them in the first place. So they're going to have to switch up their game. You know what I mean? They're just going to have to switch it up. Like Skins or Westworld on HBO. Westworld was a good one. Life of Cash, bro. You got to watch the original with Yul Brynner, the original Westworld. It's 1970s movie. That is good. It's way better than the HBO show. Way better. Viper J in the building. What's good, brother? Jason in the building. What's good? How you feeling, fam? Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see. Life of Cash. Robot 10 or 10% chance at a real 3. That's a good point right there, man. Robot 10, easy peasy. Pay your money. There she is. Versus going out here and dealing with the big girl who doesn't believe you really love her and wants to shit test you. And even after you propose to her, she wants to break up with you just to see what you do. I'm sorry. For those guys. For those guys, it's not even a choice. They're gonna go with the synthetic every single time. Robot 10 versus a 10% chance at a real 3. That's a good one right there, man. Yep, Artificial Intelligence, Her, HER, Blade Runner. These are all good movies to check out, guys. For you sci-fi people out there, all good movies to check out if you can find them on whatever platform you're using. Amazon Prime is a real Amazon is a real good one because even if they normally have them to buy. But I'm telling y'all, you want to treat yourself to a good movie tonight, watch Devil in the Blue Dress. It's on Amazon. It's on it's on Netflix. Denzel Washington, Don Cheadle, Devil in the Blue Dress. This is my favorite role I've ever seen Don Cheadle play. Don Cheadle and Denzel Washington, bro, watching those two guys on the screen, man, look. When I saw this movie way back in the day, that's when I saw it. I'm like, Don Cheadle is one of the greatest actors ever. Just on this one role, I watched him play this one role. Like Don Cheadle is one of the best character actors ever. Check that out. Miss AKA lady, the average dude makes $40,000 a year. He ain't worried about $50,000 bot. Y'all will still be working out to the point. Nah, shorty. If the average dude making $35,000 or $40,000 a year can get him a synthetic, he'll do it. He'll go get another job. He's making $40,000 a year now because he has no incentive to get up and get out there and do something. But when I got like, I can get this robot, like, what? Trust me. If he's getting 40 grand working at Target, then he'll go work at Walmart, make another 40 grand, right? He'll do that for as long as he needs to get his money up so he can go buy this bot. Trust me when I tell you. Put the down payment on it. Trust me when I tell you. That guy will get out there. And that's the thing. I think a lot of women fail to realize that these bottom 80 dudes will do anything. Like you get your bottom 80 guy and clean him up, work him up, he's going to go to work. He'll take instructions. He'll go out there and do what he needs to do. Especially if you're the woman there for him, he's, a lot of times women just motivate guys to go do things. Look at the world. Dudes were motivated by women to get out there and get after it. these incels, these bottom-80 guys, they're not having any luck with women. So they're just kind of like, whatever. Like, whatever. I'm just gonna sit here and play video games. But if they met a woman that they were really into, a dime, yeah, she can get him to go out there and do all sorts of stuff. I've seen women motivate guys to do some of the craziest things. I mean, like legal stuff, like just go out. Guys I never thought would leave the house. Guys I never thought would come out and dance. Guys I never thought would register for a program or like learn a language, like dudes taking sign language. I've seen women just motivate guys to do stuff like that, and they'll do it. And they'll come around like, hey, man, she changed my life. I'm a different man because of her, and blah, blah, blah. Now, it is what it is. I've seen it. So now, if he's making $40,000 a year living in his mama's basement and he can buy him a sex bot for 50 grand, guess what? He'll have that. He'll have it. He'll have it in a year, 2 years tops. He gonna have it. Like he's gonna be like, I swear, little Timmy over there getting one. I'm getting one too. You know what I mean? Jay Swan, sit on your left hand for about 3 minutes. It'll feel like someone else is, pulling you off. It's cheaper and no one knows you like you know yourself. Free love. I feel you, man. I'm telling you, bro. If you can get that bot, if that bot comes out there and hits the market, I'm telling you, bro, they are going to buy that. They are going to buy that and be happy walking down the street with their robot. Happy as they can be. I'm telling you, man, they'll fall completely in love with that synthetic robot woman with the AI brain. That's what they'll do. Life of Cash is saying the problem is that average men used to link up with average women. That's not happening today. Man, that was somebody say, hey lady. Cody is King. A $50,000 bot sounds a lot cheaper than a girlfriend. And it is. That's another thing too. Long term, it's way cheaper than actually having the Aaron Clary's book of numbers. It talks about how much money an average dude spends chasing, pursuing women in his lifetime. And it's up there. We talked about that. I got that book over there. It's over there somewhere. Aaron Clary's the book of numbers. Hold on. I think I still got it in March. Hold on. Uncle Saint need to put his glasses on. Y'all hold on 1 second now. So let's see. Let's see. Right here, this is on page 104. Total explicit cost. This is like dating women or whatever for the average dude. When it's all said and done, again, this is Aaron Clary. When it's all said and done, starting from age 18 to your dying day at age 78, the average man can expect to shell out an explicit cash expense of $260,785 in pursuits, maintenance, and disposal of a woman. Right? So, and this is a really good book, The Book of Numbers by Aaron Clay. He just talks about the money you spend dating and then the money you spend on clothes for dating and going out, dinners and trips. And if you get married, taking care of the home and, insurance and paying for each other's funeral costs and all that. He just talks about all that, right? A lot cheaper than 50 grand. A lot cheaper. And that was like the big number. Then he breaks it down even further. I'm not going to get into it, but we did an episode on it. But yeah, the book of numbers, man. Aaron Clary, just a nerd dude to put it all together. But Cody is right. $50,000 is a lot cheaper than the girlfriend. A lot cheaper. You know what I mean? If I add up all the money I spent chasing women from age 18, from age 15 until now in my 50s. Like, yeah, bro, I could be driving any exotic car I want. I could be living in any house I want. I'm pretty sure the average is 268, but I'm pretty sure, man, I probably spent close to 500,000, at least close to 500. But it is what it is. I ain't mad. But it's 50 grand. And for the record, I wouldn't buy a bot. I wouldn't want one. I just wouldn't. But 50 grand versus 500,000. Pretty sure, brother D-Mac. And make sure you are investing in AI companies that are leading the charge. Yes, sir. I'm looking. I got to start doing some research and find out who they are. Cody is King. If they can cook, clean, and have a mute button, it's a wrap. You wouldn't even need a mute button. your AI would know you, it would learn you, so it would know not to speak. It would know when you want to talk and when you don't want to talk. It would key in on all those little things because it's a robot, it's a machine. That's just some scary thought right there, bro. You know what I mean, brother D Mac? One of the Kathy Woods top choice. One of Kathy Woods would be his top choice. You know what I'm saying? Miss AK Lady is saying that, and this is at Life of Class, Life of Cash. I think average people link up all the time. I really do see that. However, I don't live in the clubs. Maybe that's the vibe in that environment. I don't know. I'm still in the clubs out here a little bit, and I see it. I see it. You know what I mean? I see what's going on. And I mean, it is what it is. You still got young people doing what young people do. It's just, you know, men and women, okay, how can I put this? Because I'm not trying to beat up on women. I'm not. I respect game no matter who has it. Women are extremely gamed up. And when they, and they are gunning for what they're gunning for and willing to do whatever to get it. Right. So you got women who are out here just doing what they're doing, trying to get these guys. And the guys that they're trying to get are running around here smashing who they want to smash. Right. Sister Mel was talking about over here. That's the whole Eskimo sister thing. These women are smashing the same dudes. They're also giving attention or getting attention from the guys that they're not really interested in like that. So they'll string these guys along in the friend zone and stuff like that. It's a lot of guys in the friend zone that are getting nothing, right? They're just giving away their attention. They're giving away their resources. They're getting nothing in return. Nothing. And it is what it is. And they are glad to sit in that friend zone. Now, if that guy who's sitting in the friend zone had an option of spending $50,000 to get him a synthetic that's beautiful and friendly and fun and can go out and do stuff or whatever and be home doing the other stuff too, he gonna spend that 50 grand. He's gonna spend that 50 grand. And guess what? He can drive around in any kind of car. He doesn't need to get a nice car. He doesn't need to buy nice clothes. He doesn't need to be in a gym, right? He can get as fat as he wants to get or whatever. He doesn't need to do all these things that women find attractive. He doesn't have to do the work. If he can just buy the synthetic, he doesn't have to do the work. And at first, women won't care because they're not looking at him anyway. But after a while, it's like, wait a minute, there's no other dudes out here looking at us. What's going on? Can't compete with the synthetic. Brother D Mac with the super dollar. I'm sorry, with the $20 super chat. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Says AI is here. It's all about how can I invest and get paid. Facts. You just got to do the research, man. And if you know some companies, man, let us know, man. This is not a financial channel. We do not give financial advice or anything like that. But if you know some names of some companies that I should be looking at, bro, I will be much obliged if you put their names in the chat and I will go research those companies. For real. It's giving me something to look at. Appreciate it. Brother Life of Cash, Denzel, he's like, yeah. He's like, I have all call playing basketball in the Pelican Bay. I have all call playing basketball in the Pelican Bay. Denzel did do that. What was that movie he did with Jesus Shuttleworth, man? Ray Allen. What was the name of that movie? Denzel did a good job in that, but that didn't make my top 5. That did not make my top 5. Yeah, like the cash finance a $400,000 house or $50,000 bot. Facts. What's good, man, Drill? Wrong button. What's good, man, Drill? Good to see you, bro. Hope you are doing well. Talking about the dating game and how dudes are walking out of the dating game and why. And we were talking about. So, brother Mandrill, man, if synthetic women were a thing, and I'm talking about the real deal, like the real touch, real feel, they breathe, all that, powered by AI mind. Would dudes purchase a synthetic bot for $50,000 versus chasing real organic women? What do you think about that, man? What say you on that? Yeah, guys will level up and learn more for their family, and that's Life of Cash. That's a fact, bro. Women grossly underestimate the male desire for sex and companionship with a beautiful, submissive woman. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I think a lot of women do underestimate that. They really do. Guys get out here and do whatever. If they got the right woman, they'll get out here and do whatever. they would for their woman, for their family. Um, I saw a meme on Instagram, I think it was today, that said men sacrifice their feelings for their family, women sacrifice their family for their feelings. I saw that and I was like, huh, that one made me think. You know what I mean? Miss AKA lady, women will get out and go get it with or without a man. Maybe men should take heed. I love women getting out there and make it happen. I'm like, do you, babe? Do you? But if women have to compete with a synthetic woman with an AI powered brain, the organic woman loses 100% of the time because dudes are it's just the easy way out. You know, it's hard to be in relationships. I'm sorry, it's hard chasing women. It's difficult. It takes a lot. It's hard being in relationships. It's hard going the distance, right? Especially in a society that seems to encourage divorce. And people like, oh, if the ultimate prize is to marry and that's how you win, you know, divorce has made it so easy to break the covenant. And like, and someone's gonna get paid. Someone is going to get paid, Brother D Mac. So we will have robot pimps. I guess I would invest in the stable. I mean, maybe. I mean, again, I would much rather, especially in that case, it's like, you can have a robot or you can have the real deal. And you're talking about just for the hour. You're talking about, paying for it for just like short term like that for an hour. Why not get the real deal? I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's like they won't care. Brother Pitney's like a $50,000 bot is way cheaper than a divorce. Yeah, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot. It's a lot. Jay Swans, man, they're gonna fall in love with their AI bot like Southern brothers with fat white chicks. Hey, facts, bro. Fact, they're gonna be in more love with the bot because she's gonna be fine. Devil in the Blue Dress is a classic, man. I'm telling you, it's one of my top 5 Denzel movies, man. Top 5 is on my list. It's AKA lady, a smart woman will have your wallet fatter than when you met her. Real women are multipliers. If the woman you come across only takes from you, then that was your choice. That's a fact. I'm with you 100%, sis. A good woman is the best thing a man can find. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. A good woman is gonna help you 10x, 100x, whatever you got going on. I'm with you 100%. They're just hard to find. You know what I mean? That's just keeping it 100. They're just hard to find. If you find one, man, money. I could point to a couple like, yo, they made it, man, they went the distance, right? But for every successful couple I know at least 50 to 100 couples that weren't successful. It is what it is. It is what it is. But I'm with you, sis. I'm not trying to knock it. It's just, why go out there doing the work, trying to go on this quest to find this woman if we get to a point where all you got to do is walk down to the wife store and buy you a $50,000 cyborg built to order, 50 grand. There it is. Perfect. You ain't got to worry about nothing else. You can sit in the basement, eat Cheetos all day. She's still going to smash you. Sister Rosalind in the building. What's good, sis? Yeah, and she's agreeing with Miss AKA lady. I'm with you on that, brother Mandrell. How much is the maintenance on those bots? We wouldn't know. It wouldn't be that much, though. I would imagine it wouldn't be that much. I mean, let's say the maintenance on it's gonna come with a warranty, bro. And she can walk into the factory and get her service done and walk back while you working at McDonald's dropping fries. That's gonna come with the package. And then of course dudes are gonna learn how to work on it themselves. So it is what it is, man. It's just funny. It's funny how these conversations spin off into different tangents. Yeah, Tesla will have them soon. I'm sure with a lifetime warranty, maybe. You know what I mean? Maybe 50-year warranty is all it's gonna take. That's all it's gonna take. You know what I mean? Life of Cash, like, what do you bring to the table? ABC, AZ. Brother D Mac. In Japan, they order fully functional female robots, and the company is on back order. Right. And those robots, they look like robots. Those aren't even like the prototypes we're talking about. Wait till those prototypes hit. Like when you have a hard time telling the difference. Touch, taste, smell, all that. The texture of skin and hair and all that, bro. When they get there, man, I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, man. Japan's been working on this for a minute. Like I said, they have some real expensive like dolls that you can buy now, and they kind of move right again. They kind of move like this or whatever. But wait till it gets to like normal. Just wait. It's gonna be crazy. Jay Swans. When is not just getting married? When is it staying married, raising a family, and watching your children and watching them do the same success is generational. Facts. Facts. That's how you really win. And it's hard work. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. And we have a society that makes it easy to walk away. And again, someone can walk away and actually benefit from it, get paid from it. That's why it's kind of like, oh man, this is crazy. This is crazy. This is why I leave it alone. But let's get back. We done did all this talking. I didn't even get back to this. Finish up the video.
Just go buy what they want to buy, get their little rocks off, and that's the end of it. They wouldn't, man. Boy, I'm telling you, you better hope they don't ever make that legal in the United States.
Since 2019, not since 1970, since 2019, right?
And that's a short time ago, 2019, just a few years ago.
Right before the pandemic, down 50%. They're not looking, which means if you're a woman looking, they don't give a shit. So as this trend continues, by 2040, 45% of women, 45% of women between the ages of 20 and 45 will be single and childless.
Listen there, because men checking out the process, she's saying by 2040, 45% of women will be single and childless. Now let's go to the situation about the sperm banks. And especially when it comes to black men. Black men's sperm is in high demand. And black men has checked out of that too. They say, I'm not giving my royal seed to no sperm bank so some lesbian couple can have a baby without me. I tell all men, stop giving your sperm to the sperm bank. Not just black men, but all men. Take away that. If they want your seed, then get it the old-fashioned way. That's what I say. Because they try to do everything they can to X out the man. And see, this is part of the backlash from men saying, I don't even want to date y'all. Especially when men get money, especially. They're not trying to deal with a lot of y'all. They getting on out of here. Boy, like I said, be honest with your men, you actually doing a good thing. You're doing a good thing because you're going to correct the ecosystem.
Based on this trend. Let that sink in for a moment.
Well, like I said, the women that they got common sense, the women that know how to treat a man, the women that are feminine, they don't have nothing to worry about.
Facts.
It's just these other women that they're gonna have to basically be in lesbian relationships with each other. That's all the options they're gonna have. And they're gonna be like the Brat and Judy over there trying to search for a black man for children, but had to end up getting a white man, which they didn't want. Boy, I tell you, hard-headed and rebellious. Men say enough is enough. You know me, I'm a firm believer in travel. You guys keep traveling, keep going overseas. Go get you a woman over there, get you a wife from over there. Don't get these modern women in America because they're too rebellious. They a lot of them is too degenerate, wicked, and everything else that go along with it. The laws are too crazy against men. Men have no rights in this country. But let me know what y'all think about what this woman saying here. Like I said, good job, men. Good job. Continue to check out the dating process. Continue to get your passport and head overseas. Continue to not give your seed to the sperm banks. All men need to go on strike with that. Don't give it to them.
Shout out to the Philip Scott Show.
It's something as
Shout out. That was fire. That was fire. I agree with him.
So there's a lot.
I agree with him. And this is why men are kind of doing like Uncle Saint. I'm not saying I'm out the game. I'm not MGTOW. I haven't gone my own way. I'm just sitting down. If the game is going, I'm on the bench. I'm on the bench. I'm all the way at the end of the bench. I'm just watching the game play right now. I'm just watching the game play. You know what I mean? I'm just like, you know what I mean? Ms. Kayla is like, dude, sound hurt. a bunch of blanket statements. It might be some hurt in there, but hey, what hurt him? Maybe he went through, you know what I mean, the family court machine that got destroyed. Maybe he did. Maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe he, you know, got his heart broke a few times, whatever. Maybe he broke a few hearts. You know what I mean? But he ain't lying. Like, he's not lying. There's no one here who's gonna tell you that men don't get a bad deal when it comes to family court. No one is gonna say that. No one. That's just gonna be a lie. Brother Pitney, it's like Detroit. Become Human is a video game that does an excellent job of detailing how lifelike robots called androids could interact with humans in the future. You could watch gameplay footage if you don't want to go through the trouble of playing the game. I might check that out, bro. I'm not a big gamer, but I like watching the replay or whatever. I like watching the gameplay. Halo, I watch that a lot. Some other games, I kind of like it. Like, it's kind of like watching a movie, especially where technology is, man. Like, it's like watching live action. It's so good these days. So appreciate that, bro. I'm gonna check that out. But I mean, I'm just here to tell you, it's hard. Dudes are just like, man, it's just too hard, especially here in America. I can listen. That the 30 days leading up to our show, our comedy show, I was out everywhere, in clubs, I was in lounges, I was everywhere promoting the show, getting people to come out. And our demographic was, you know, we had an urban show. It's Keep It 100. It was a black show. So it was akin to like Def Comedy Jam kind of stuff, or like the Apollo type thing, right? It was that demographic. We had a great crowd, right? It was great. But I was in clubs, I was, you know, in the spots, and man, I'm here to tell you, bro, there's nothing elegant about what I saw in these clubs. Like going into some of these, you know what I mean, like these urban spots. There was nothing elegant about it. And what I see when I go out, and because when I go out, I got on maybe a nice vest and a tie. I might have on a suit jacket, you know what I mean, like a nice blazer, some real nice jeans, some nice shoes or whatever, everything tucked in. I'll go in and I don't look like the people, like the dudes in there. I'm not in that, like, you know, sagging pants, you know, grills all shining and chains. And I'm not. I walk in, everybody's looking at me like, who is dude? And we move through whatever. And I'm checking out, I'm promoting, I'm doing my thing. And what I'm noticing, all the bottles, all the tables, women. Like, women are coming in buying bottles. And in this environment, women in these type clubs buying bottles, twerking. I mean, wearing everything see-through. I mean, it's like over sexualizing themselves. And I'm in there. And then women like try to put themselves in your orbit, bro. I spend my time just moving around the club. Somebody come over, I want to be around her. Couple women come up, try to holler at me like, I'm good. You married? No, I'm not married. Oh, what you talking about? You want to do something? I do not, love. I'm sorry. You know what I mean? I'm just here. Hey, matter of fact, hey, why don't you come check out my show? We doing this and this, blah, blah, blah. This is what we're doing. This is the night. Put down your pocket, baby. I mean, if you ain't trying to talk to me, you want to talk to me, I'll take you out. I'm going to take you out on that date. You know what I mean? March 22nd, I'm going to take you out. Come to this spot March 22nd, and I'll buy you a drink. You know what I mean? But I'm not trying to see these women like, oh, absolutely not. And there's so many dudes in there trying to get on. Right? There's nothing elegant. There's nothing regal about what's going on in some of these clubs. Like, even when you go into the top tier spots, you know, people are dressed better, people look better, but it's still the same emptiness. Ain't nothing there. I mean, I see what it is. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing there. So he's right about that. Yeah, he's right about that. Like, it's, you know, and it's not an urban thing. I'm not trying to make it sound bad for our community or whatever. It is what it is. I don't care if it's black folks, Latin folks. I mean, when I go into a salsa spot, if I'm doing a social or I go to a salsa event, it's beautiful just to sit back and watch. People are dressed a certain way, but they're there for the dances, like the whole culture revolving around that. But it's still girls in there who come in there wearing next to nothing. And you know what time it is. Like, okay, she's trying to get it. She's trying to get it. They might dance a little bit, but they're looking for somebody to take them home. It's the same as in the urban spots, the Latin spots, man. It's the same as in the little white spots or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, there's nothing regal about that. And as an old man, all right, cool. I'm just not with that. As a young dude, oh my God, I had so much fun. It was the move. That's what we were looking for. Who trying to come home right now? That's what we were looking for. And man, like now, like the videos, especially like with the artists like Sexy Red or whatever and City Girls, like that lifestyle is being pushed on our community. It looks like Like, man, looks like a whole convention. I'm gonna keep it 100, bro. It looks like a whole convention in there, bro. I would think I'm in, Holland somewhere, man. Like, like I'm in the red light district, bro. Like, what the hell's going on over here? It just looked like women are selling themselves, bro, but they're not. They're just out there looking for attention. They are just having a good time. But geez, I can't. I can't. That's why I sit back. Like, I'm on the bench, bro. I ain't dealing with that. I don't want nothing to do with that. I'll be out with some dudes that I know, like, hey man, did you see Lil Show? You gonna holler at her? I'm like, man, I'll be in the club. Like, there's nobody in this building I would talk to. Boy, you high? Hell no. You go ahead, you talk to her, bro. There's no way in here. I don't want to know her name. I don't want nothing from Shorty. And like, damn, bro, like that. Like, hell yeah, like that, bro. I can't believe you. Matter of fact, why am I with you, man? I'm out. Peace. If that's who you trying to holler at, man, bye. Like, bye. You go ahead, bro. This is why I go spots by myself. This is why I drive myself. I be telling people this. This is why I go out by myself. You don't know who you with, so you with them. Like, you trying to holler at them? All right, bro, go ahead. Oh, come on, man. I just need a wingman. Don't holler at me, better go holler at dude over there, man. No. Nope. No. So in that case, yeah, I got standards. I got standards like Shorty in that article we was reading. Like, no. That's just what it is. That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the salsa scene is cool, but it is what it is. It is what it is. We're gonna wrap this up. This was a cool little show, y'all. I'm glad y'all came out to holler at your boy. You know what I mean? See, Life of Cash is saying, know thy role. The point of guard handles the rock. Yeah, the point guard handles the rock. The power forward and center get the rebounds and run the box and baseline. So yeah, you want to know your role. Play that role. I mean, you know what I mean? I ain't mad at you. Know the game, know your role. Yeah, women with a basic understanding of class and femininity are lacking in our community. I feel sorry for y'all brothers. I mean, and it's, again, I'm not trying to pick on just our community. I see it in the big clubs. You can go to some hole in the wall. I'm in Central Florida, bro. There's some hole in the walls out here where, the trailer park people go out. It's the same thing. Right? It's the same debauchery, bro. It's like I said, bro, it's just the willingness to sexualize yourself just to get attention. You know what I mean? It's all, you know what I mean? All circles are like this. The thing is about the Latino and like the reggaeton thing, extremely sexualized, but the salsa thing, it's a little different. But you still got ratchet folks in there every now and then doing their little ratchetness, looking for attention, trying to get what they're trying to get, and they smashing the same dudes. It is what it is. But it's just more readily apparent in some of these, like, what I'm saying, urban spots that I was in trying to, advertise for our show. Just like, damn. I was just shaking my head. Like, I don't want to be in here at all. But I do what I got to do, pass out my flyers, and then I'm out. But I could be in a, top tier lounge. It'd be the same thing. It's just people dress a little bit different, but it's still see-through and people looking for attention and, people getting way too drunk and they get out of pocket. It happens, at all levels. At all levels. You know what I mean? But you're right, bro. You know what I mean? Brother Life of Cash, like, fun show. Appreciate that, bro. We're going to keep it going. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking about Puffy. I'm about to do a bunch of reading tonight. You know what I mean? Find out exactly what's going on. See what kind of indictments out there. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow. Be prepared, y'all. Do y'all notes. Do y'all notes. You know what I mean? Brother D-Mac, thanks again for the $20 super chat, man. Appreciate you. You know what I mean? Everybody else who was at the show, appreciate y'all again. You know what I mean? Scam Life of Cash, Miss AKA Lady. Appreciate y'all coming to support. That was so much fun. We are putting together another show. We're going to do another show. I think it's going to be towards the end of Q3, possibly. Maybe sooner than that. I'll keep you posted for sure. I'm already talking to some comics, so once we get stuff locked in, once we get our venue locked in, then I'll go ahead and announce who we have, because I already know. I've already talked to the comic. They've already agreed to do it. I'm just got that part taken care of. Now we're going to take care of the most important part, which the venue is going to be so much fun. I'm definitely going to come to Orlando. Girl, help me find a venue out there. If you know a venue, a good venue out there that can hold like maybe 200, 300 folks, let me know, sis, because I'm out there looking. I definitely want to come to Orlando we got a couple comics out there that have come to Tampa just to rock with us. So I definitely want to get out there and do a show. It is what it is. Life of Cash, P. Diddy or P.O. No, he didn't. Right. Yeah, Sean Combs is in trouble, y'all. Sean Combs is in trouble, y'all. So, yeah, it is what it is. He's like, Mr. Kayla, like, I'll be in the house. I'm no help. It's cool. It's cool. I'm gonna definitely find a venue out there, and we're gonna make it happen. We're coming to Orlando. I guarantee you, we're coming to Orlando. If it doesn't happen this year, it'll be like the first quarter of next year. I just got to find a venue. But the next show is going to be in Orlando. Next show is going to be here in Tampa. As soon as we get it all locked in, I'll let you guys know. And like I said, we are planning to hit other cities. Miami is on the list. Atlanta's on the list. Dallas is on the list. Orlando is on the list. So those 4 cities we're trying to hit this year in the first part of next year. So we're just going to keep it rocking. But yeah, men are stepping back from the dating game, y'all. You know what I mean? Scam was like, "Here, road to Orlando, and I'll let you know when we do it, bro. I'll let you know." Men are stepping back from the dating game. They're not leaving the game completely, but they're stepping back and just having a look. I'm telling you, y'all, it's just a lot of guys are like, hey, like Rich Cooper says, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. So guys are just tired of the amount of work that they have to put in to get a sub-average woman. They're not doing it. They're just not doing it. So what they'll do, they'll grab their passports, they'll fly to different hemispheres, or they'll travel within their country here in America. Flyover country is a good place to find a decent woman, right? There are good women here in America. You just got to go find them. You know, flyover country is a good space. Like you look at Michigan, Wisconsin, you look at the Dakotas, you look at Wyoming, you look at the rural parts of Kansas, Oklahoma, the rural parts of Texas. There's some good women out there, y'all. You just got to get out there and find them. You know what I mean? You just got to get out there and find them, but it takes a lot of work. But if you're anywhere near the big cities, you're by the suburbs and all that, or in the city, inner city stuff. Oh, man, it's rough. It's rough out here. It's rough out here. Just here to tell you, it's rough out here. So, appreciate y'all, man. Thank you so much for rocking out with me. Man, we went 2.5 hours. I normally get this done in 2 hours, but it's all good. And this summer we'll probably be doing longer shows. It's all good. We just gonna keep this going. We got IRS in the building. What's good, fam? How you feeling, bro? The Midwest is much better. Yeah, I grew up in Cincinnati, man. I was in Ohio, bro. It's parts of Ohio. Man, I'm telling you, man. You can get out there. Up there around Akron ain't bad. You get out there towards parts of Middletown, like Loveland, Ohio was cool. You know what I mean? You get into these different, counties and stuff like that. Northwest Ohio is pretty cool. East Ohio is pretty cool. You just got to get out there. Michigan is great, bro. Northern Michigan, the UP is great. Like I said, Wisconsin is cool. Minnesota, man, people sleeping on Minnesota, bro. There's so many places in flyover country that you can meet some good women. I'm here to tell you, man. So good to see you, IRS. You know what I mean? I'm definitely going to see y'all over on Fresh and Fit. I think on Thursday, I want to break down one of Miami and Fresh did a show about talking to women. What's a checklist? I forget what it was. Anyway, they were giving dating advice. I want to break down that show because they had some really good ones. Fresh was like in rare form on that show. He was like really giving up his game and selling the dream. And I want to break that down. Boy, I was like, damn, Fresh gave him a real sauce on that one. So we'll be doing that next week. Brother D-Mac, check this out when you get a chance. Bet I'll check it out. What is it? Did you Instagram it to me, or you gonna put it in the chat? Either way, I'll check it out. Let me know what it is. But yeah, people saying ain't no good women in America. That's not true. That's not true. You know what I mean? It's hard to find them in the big cities, man. But you still find them. Even a place like Miami, go to Doral, go to Hialeah. You know what I mean? Go to Homestead. You go to Miami Lakes. You know what I mean? You can go to Kendall, right? Go to Broward. You can find them now. They're you can find them. You know what I mean? Same thing here in Tampa. Get the further away you get from the center of the city, the further away you get from Tampa, the better your odds of finding yourself a good woman. So, a lot of people a lot of people be on some, oh, these women ain't no good. American women ain't no good. Still want to be careful because the laws are interpreted the way that they're interpreted right now. You want to be careful, but there's some good women here, some good people in America, bro. Some good women. So it is what it is. I gotta get going. Brother D Mac, what is you want me to check out, bro? I'm a linger until you drop it, or hit me on Instagram. Miss AKA lady, you have a good night as well. And yeah, I gotta go and check on my daughter. I think she made herself something to eat out of her favorite frozen mac and cheese. So I'm pretty sure that's what she made, but we got all kind of stuff down there. She be getting lazy and don't want to cook. I'm trying to get her to cook more. That's part of it. All she want to do is she want to bake stuff, cookies and cake and brownies and, muffins. It's like, no, you're gonna have to cook some real food. So it is what it is. All right, I gotta get going. Brother D Mac, if you come up with if anybody wants me to see anything or you got anything for me, don't hesitate to put it in the comments because I will see it. And yeah, Wonderful 34 is in the building. What's good, fam? That's what's up. It's like these are AI companies that are doing some leading edge things. Oh, cool. That's what's up, man. Put that in there, bro. I'm definitely gonna look at that. Man. Put that in here. Appreciate you. And I appreciate all of y'all. I'll be back tomorrow, 6 p.m. Like I said, we're gonna talk about tomorrow I have to come back early. I forgot, got a show tomorrow. We still got our weekly show at Status. We're doing an open mic tomorrow, so that's gonna be what it's gonna be. So I'm just gonna come on early. We're gonna talk about Sean Combs, whatever trouble he's in. We're gonna look at the indictments. As they say, the FBI raided 2 of his houses at the same time while he was on a private jet flying somewhere else. Shout out to brother Dinosaur, who told us about that earlier on in this program. I'm gonna look into that, man. Gather what we can gather, and we're gonna talk about that tomorrow for sure. I'm gonna come on at 5 o'clock tomorrow. And then, so I'm gonna be an hour earlier than normal. So 5 o'clock tomorrow, guys. And hopefully we'll see you guys tomorrow. We're gonna talk about Sean Combs. Yeah, man, that little freak off thing and that payout that he did to Cassie or whatever. Yeah, that might have been the beginning of the end for him. And actually, it sounds pretty quick for the feds to come with an indictment, search and warrant, and all that kind of stuff. It's pretty quick. So whatever he did must be pretty bad, man. So we're gonna look into that. I'm DL Saint. This is That I Really Want to Know podcast, man. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.
Nothing like I've ever seen. It's just a thing of beauty.
Darn, that's the end.